So we going live today again. Y'all getting a lot of stuff this week. Just so much. I did not do a daily briefing today, so I figured I would go live and talk to you guys about the stuff that I want to know. Okay, the stuff I want y'all to know. Okay, so we're gonna have some people coming in here to talk about the topics that I picked up. So we got stuff. We got talk about Sammy Guevara. We're gonna talk about Charlotte Flair. We're gonna talk about a bunch of stuff. Okay. So first things first, shameless plug. I have a podcast up with my girls, Janae, Alexis, and Nicole. We have it up. It is up right now. You can go and listen to it. It also details all the information about Guevara. So we're not gonna go in too deep without and spoil everything, but y'all know I want y'all to go listen to that podcast because we are also talking about AEW and the whole situation with them. So I want y'all to go and listen to that. Hold on a second. Let me make sure I get my people in here. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and send them the link so they can come in. If you I'm not going to let everybody in. Quan, you were in a couple times, so I'm not gonna. I got a couple people that I want to come in today, so I'm gonna let them in first. Let me post it in the group chat here so they can come in. Hello, everybody coming in. How y'all doing? All right. So, all right. So here we go. How was my day? My day was great. Hello, Quan. Hello, Sasha. Hello, Jalen. Hi, Alexis. Hello. My day was great. Thanks for asking. Hello, Trayvon. And hi, Rikarsha. How are you? So make sure you guys go to follow down for the count so you guys can listen to the podcast because we do talk about hello, Aaron. We do talk about Sammy Guevara and that whole situation. So I want you guys to hear what we have to say. Plus, We Love Wrestling is featured on that part of the podcast. And I really, 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 really want you guys to hear how we were talking, what we were talking about, and how we were going at it because it was fun. Macaroni and cheese, and then there's some chicken breasts or chicken thighs that I grilled down there, and then there's still beef from Sunday. Can you eat it? Alrighty then. So we got some more people in here. Hello, Jaleesa. How are you? Hello, Joey. Got my rotel. Y'all got y'all food and y'all drink. He said, "Oh, I want some macaroni and cheese." Oh, baby, that was good. Quick stove mac and cheese, hunty. Okay, that was a quick stove mac and cheese. All right, so here's the deal. If you want to come in to the live to talk to me, of course, you most definitely can. Only reason why I told Quan he couldn't come in is because Quan always in. Quan always come in. Okay, I'm just playing with him. Quan know I love him. Anyway, you want to come in, the link is posted in the chat here for you. You can most definitely come in and I will add you to this and we can have this conversation. Okay, if y'all hear some screaming in the background, please know that it's just my nephew. He's autistic and he does that when he's watching TV and all that good stuff. So just be mindful of that. All right, had to give me something to drink, honey. My throat was dry. All right, y'all. So let's get into. Yeah, it's just him in the background if y'all hear him. All right, so we're gonna talk about it. It's time to talk about it. So we're gonna do a daily briefing, and it's a late daily briefing, but we're gonna do it. So let me see if I put it up here. So this is what what kind of got me a little bit in my feelings. I got Alexis in here with me. What I do want to do is tell y'all what Alexis said a few weeks back. So we were
Hello. Hi.
we were talking about what was it we were talking about? Oh, we were talking about Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks match at WrestleMania, and she said it was going to be Sasha and Carmella and Bianca at WrestleMania. We talked about that on the podcast, so I really, really recommend that you guys go and listen. But at first, I was against it. I hate the idea, but I understand the logic behind it. But Alexis was 100% correct, and she had been calling it for a couple weeks though. She said it on the podcast, but she had been saying it previously. And I didn't really think anything of it until I really started to see that, like, Reginald is always around Sasha. He's always there. And it's just like, why? What is the point of him being there? And I'm just like, damn, Alexis was right. And I was like,
and this is one of those rare situations that I wish I wasn't right. Like, I don't know. I saw that and I was just thinking, like, because, like, okay, Sasha has not won at Mania at all since she came up on the main roster. I really want her to have that WrestleMania moment. But the same thing is, like, I want Bianca to have that WrestleMania moment too. Yeah, she debuted last year, but it's like it was a weird situation because there was no crowd, and like she should have had a crowd to come out to. That like that would have been big for her.
yeah.
And it's just like and then it's like they're making like Sasha and Bianca this, like, I don't want to say like tag team, but it's like they're not trying to build anything with them because Bailey's in the background trying to cause shit. And then like you have Carmella's little whatever he's called, running around trying to get in sweet with both of them. And I'm just like, and I told Tiff, I'm like, watch them make this a fucking three-way dance with Carmella, Sasha, and Bianca at WrestleMania. And this is no shade to Carmella at all. She is not my cup of tea when it comes to wrestling or character, whatever. But like, she doesn't need to be here. And I'm really getting the vibes that they're going to drop the ball on this like they did with Becky, Ronda, and Charlotte.
I hope not. I don't think it's going to be that bad. I don't think it's going to be that bad.
It says she might. Obvious because Reginald's being too nice to Sasha, but his loyalty will always lies with the hand that feeds him, Carmella. Yeah, but we've talked about this on the show. So you guys seriously go listen to this because we go like all in. We're like unlike some wrestling personalities, we don't kiss ass when it comes to certain topics or people. So go take a look. It's just kind of like what's the fucking point? I mean, it's just like you have Mania's in 2 months now,
right?
Yeah. So you have Fastlane coming up next month, which is, you're either getting ready to end feuds at Mania, or feuds are just repping up to go to Mania, and it's like you don't have time to be figuring out what the hell you're going to do at the last minute, because as bad as people win in that Becky Charlotte Ronda match, they'll go twice as hard, because I can see Carmella getting there, because if Sasha loses, because if it's a three-way dance, Sasha doesn't have to be pinned.
Correct.
If it's a three-way dance, if Sasha loses, Carmella can eat the pin. So yeah, Sasha loses, but she doesn't get pinned at Mania again. But in the same hand, if Bianca doesn't win, but that's not fair to Carmella either. Like, why does she have to be the one to eat the pin when honestly she shouldn't even be involved with the feud right now going on between her and or whatever they're doing.
I mean, okay, well, I think Carmella's okay with it, if we're going to be honest. But I was dead set against it because I felt like it was unfair to Bianca. And I felt like if you were going to give her a WrestleMania moment, it needs to be her moment. Even if she
Right.
loses, it's still her moment. You see what I'm saying? So I was
Yeah.
fine with it, being the two of them, because of course it's gonna work out the way it works out. But I was like, no, like don't add Carmella. Carmella it's not that she doesn't deserve to go to WrestleMania. Oh my God. A lot of people deserve to go to WrestleMania, but like her going in this match was unnecessary for me. But then when I thought
Mhm.
about it, and I was like, if they're going to extend it and make this an actual feud that's worthwhile, they need to be able to build it properly. And if they kind of add Carmella to the mix, they can kind of extend it without making it seem like they had 6 matches.
Yeah, but is the WWE smart enough to do that though?
I would hope so. I mean, okay, so if you look at it really, really, like let's remove our bias from it just for a second. When you look
Okay.
at how Raw went yesterday, if you didn't watch it, Raw wasn't a bad show. It has some filler matches, true enough, but for the most part, it was fairly solid. And it's been that way for the last couple of weeks. It wasn't great and it wasn't bad. It was just like in between. But it's starting to get
Mhm.
to a point where it's like it's okay to watch again. It's not terrible. It's not bad. It's getting to a point where it's like, okay, this is okay. This is okay. This isn't bad. All right, that's not bad either. I can deal with that. Like they're showing new people. They're making sure that they wrap up this shit. Like it's gonna I hope that WrestleMania is the reset, because we need one, because we've been kind of
Mhm. Desperately.
like we've been stuck in this hellhole for the last year, and it's just like we aren't getting anywhere. There's nothing going on here, and it's just staying in this stagnant loop of what else can we do? Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, then Roman comes in the middle of the year. Before that, it was
Mhm.
just AJ Styles and Braun Strowman. And it's just like after a while, you're not getting anywhere. We're not getting anywhere.
It's like they're trying to gain traction, but all that they're doing is spinning tires, and it's just like you can't you can't say COVID has been the reason why Raw has gotten bad, because Raw's been bad even before. Like there's been bad episodes of Raw even before COVID, and you have, but they don't know what to do. And the shitty thing is they have talent back there that they could be using, and we always say that you don't have to make everything about a title to have a good storyline, which is true. But it's like they're resting on their laurels when it comes to the folks that we see every week, but they're not trusting people in the back who are basically begging for their time to shine, or who people want to see. Like I told you, I'm not a big Randy Orton fan, but I think this is some of the best work Randy's been doing. But he's not being shoved down our throat compared to other storylines that he's been in. And this whole thing with Bray, there's no title up for grabs. They need to get their shit together, because they're always saying, "Oh, Raw's the home show," blah blah blah. No, SmackDown has taken that title away from Raw. Like
There's
people
another
want to
thing
watch
that I
SmackDown
wanted to
more than
say.
Raw.
Like Paul Heyman was on Talking Smack, and he made a statement about Raw, and he was like, um I'm sorry, y'all, it's a distraction because I got Impact on the TV, and the Hubs is watching it and reacting to it. But
Oh, wait till he sees the K. He's gonna flip his shit.
oh, they came out already. They brought Taurus out,
Oh,
but he missed the first
I
match.
love
It was
them.
Impact had a tables match with Jake something and his cousin Diener, and they lost. So oh damn, Trey pissed. Anyway, what really made me go, people are forgetting a lot of things, is this. I had to post about Heyman on my YouTube, on my Instagram, and the post basically was like, damn, he's back there. The post basically was just, giving you Paul Heyman's take on Monday Night Raw. He basically was like, who watches that anyway? Why are you watching that or whatever? And it's just like, everybody was like, well, he's telling the truth. Raw sucks. It needs to be taken off the air. And I was just like, well, that's very interesting because sometime around this year, last year, I was saying the same thing about SmackDown.
Yep, you
The
were.
very same thing y'all was saying about SmackDown last year is what you're saying about Raw now. And I was like, it will get better. Things will change. Oh, no, they're not. This show sucks. It's terrible. Wait a minute. Like, y'all was literally up. I was just like, what do you...
Because they're backtracking because SmackDown is on Fox, and Fox is known to pull shit like mid-show. So they know, like, they have to bring their A game when it comes to being on Fox. That's why I think it's the better show. They have better storylines. And I know we said it before too, it's not 3 hours long. SmackDown is actually fun to watch because when it hits 9:30, I'm like, oh shit, it's almost done. Like, wow, this show's been going really fast. Raw is sometimes a damn chore to fucking get through.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not trying to say what Heyman's saying is right because fuck Paul Heyman in my book, but I shouldn't have, when it comes to watching wrestling, I should be entertained. Like MLW is an hour long. I'm entertained. Impact's 2 hours long. I'm entertained. SmackDown's 2 hours long. I'm entertained. When it comes to Monday Night Raw, like that's the first time in about 2 weeks since I've watched Raw. And the only reason I watched it is because my husband wanted to watch it. And I made a deal with him. I said, okay, by 9 o'clock, if this shit sucks, we're turning it off. And it was pretty decent last night, and they put it into that stupid Lacey line. I really don't think Charlotte was acting when she was cutting up on Rick, but
no, and that's another topic of conversation, which is Charlotte Flair.
That looks very realistic.
Yeah, like, so everybody, there's a post on Body Bitches page, which is Taylor's page. Okay, so hold on, let me pull it up because it's a very interesting conversation. But I made a meme last night, and I'm very proud of my meme because it was funny. And I posted it last night. I was like, yes, this is perfect.
Yeah.
I love that.
So Charlotte, WWE.com basically quoted Charlotte having a conversation with her father. And the quote says, "Go home. I'm thankful for the doors you've opened. I'm thankful for everything you have given me. But let me try to be Charlotte Flair. I love you, Dad," is what she said. A fan, or rather, she's a Melina fan. So she says, okay. She says, well, stop wearing the robes like him, change your theme song, and stop wooing like him, and then maybe you can escape his shadow. I 100% disagree with this, and I'm going to tell you why. How come Charlotte ain't allowed to, use her father's, to be a part of her father's legacy and then further it and be able to embody what he created, from his robes to his sayings to the walk that he does and everything about him being the dirtiest player in the game, right? Charlotte's not allowed to do that, but Natalya ass can be born and bred at a Heart Foundation and use her own shit and wear the colors and everything else, and don't nobody say a damn thing to Natalya.
Nope.
And nobody said nothing to Tamina when she debuted with the Usos.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Don't nobody say nothing.
No one.
They don't say nothing to them. I'm just saying, nobody say nothing to Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode ass literally come out there with a whole robe on, exactly like Ric Flair's. Okay? It just got glorious on the back. So I'm trying to understand what the fuck is the difference. And y'all don't say nothing about Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler is literally a carbon copy of Shawn Michaels.
About those prescription lenses.
I'm just trying to understand. Why can't Charlotte pay homage to her father the way she wants to? Why can't she? And that's her family's legacy. If nobody can do it, she should be able to do it.
Right.
I'm not a big Charlotte fan at all. I've had my issues with her. But as a wrestler and as someone in the game right now, she has surpassed her father in every way imaginable.
Ooh, y'all don't got cameras
I
on.
think
Let me
she,
turn my camera off. I'm over here eating.
yeah, like Rick, I grew up watching Ric Flair and seeing him, like, being the asshole heel and everything. And, she is right. He did open doors for her. And, it's like, people are like, well, he came with her when she was coming in NXT and main roster. Why aren't you, like, you don't like Charlotte Flair? Why all of a sudden you're defending her? I'm like, I'm not defending her. I have my issues with Charlotte. I have my issues with the way she's booked. And that's a whole nother episode for a whole nother day. But she has surpassed her father in every way. She is no longer going to be just called Ric Flair's daughter. She has carved her way through WWE to the point when it's time for her to hang up her boots, she is going to be more decorated than her father will be.
Most definitely.
Because Charlotte was one of the women.
Ballot Hall of Famer.
And when Charlotte changed the game, when she came up from NXT, they were starting that, give divas a chance or whatever thing they were doing. She showed up. All the other girls from NXT were showing up, and they're like, oh shit, we gotta change because these girls ain't gonna be the ones prancing around in bathing suits and bikinis doing lingerie pillow fights or whatever bullshit they were on.
Okay.
So I respect her for changing. I just respect her for changing the game up, but she doesn't need her dad. I'm with her. He needs to stay home. We don't need him anymore. And I don't mean to sound like a bitch when I say that, but we're in 2021. Was anyone asking for Ric Flair? And then that whole storyline they were doing with Lacey, that was such in poor taste. I felt bad that was the only thing they could come up with Charlotte Flair. Like, she was gone for 6 months. You don't want to put her back in the title contingency right away, and this is the only thing you could possibly think of for her to do, and you have to involve her father again, which she does not need anymore. And I never thought I'd be defending Charlotte Flair. What the fuck is going on in here?
I love Charlotte. I feel like everyone in here should know that I love Charlotte. She doesn't need. I love Charlotte.
I like her too.
I love Charlotte. I think Charlotte is the epitome of a true athlete. Facts. She is one of the most pure athletes on the roster, man or woman. And someone could argue with me about it, but Charlotte hasn't needed Ric Flair since before she got her titties done.
Oh my god!
So how long ago was that?
Done.
A while.
2017.
5 years. 4 or 5
Yeah, it's
years
been a long ass time. Speaking of knockoffs, look at Dolph Ziggler's brother out here in this dumb AEW commercial on Impact. I know we're talking about Charlotte, but Tony Schiavone, he dresses, no offense, Jane, he dresses up like a retired park ranger.
Oh my god.
I just don't fucking understand him. I was like, you're not working at Starbucks anymore. Like, get your wardrobe together, my pal.
God damn, Britt. Okay.
But yeah, Charlotte doesn't need and I don't know what Tony thinks he's wearing with these rows. What are they doing? This fake drip most of these people have going on. Minus Britt, that girl that's always with her, Ricky Starks, because they always got the drip. All these other people up here are clowns. Anyways, Charlotte hasn't needed Rick in a long time. She will never need Ric Flair. Ric Flair needed Charlotte Flair. And this is very prevalent with this storyline. He got to go home. He should have went home forever ago.
He don't need to be around right now. It's fucking pandemic. I'm sorry. I don't know.
No offense. I'm shocked Rick
in
is still...
opinion.
Is his wife divorced him? Is that why he's on TV so much now?
Oh my God.
No, he needs that alimony. He needs that alimony for all the other wives that he had.
I don't know if that's the case, and I highly doubt that that's it.
Hey, someone turn your TV down because YouTube has the habit of ending lives if they think we're trying to copyright sound.
Mine's is on 1.
But like, in my opinion, if Rick really wanted to be with the Raw Women's Champion, why didn't he try to get Charlotte an opportunity at the Raw Women's Championship? If that was the case, so damn bad. He was like, I want to be around the Raw Women's Champion. Okay, then get your daughter an opportunity at the title.
Because Asuka don't need no old white man trying to tell her what to do.
Right. Instead of Lacey Evans. Like, Lacey could have had an opportunity, yeah, but like, the way that she got it because of Rick was so unneeded.
That whole storyline was unneeded. Like at the end, what was going to be the payoff? What was going to be the payoff of it? Like you were gonna have Charlotte Flair lose to Lacey Evans.
Probably not. Or they were gonna have Lacey beat Asuka, and it would be Charlotte and Lacey at Fastlane or WrestleMania or something like that.
I don't think they would have taken it that far to take it off of Lacey, because if they wanted to put a belt on Lacey, they've had plenty of opportunities to do so. That made more sense.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like where she is right now, because like I used to like Lacey Evans, but like she's just been getting very lazy in the ring to me. Do you think like she would even she wouldn't even be champion for that long, because people would be seeing right through her, because she's had matches where you sit there and you're like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you acting lazy? Why are you regressing?
I don't know if she would have to be like Miz if she's gonna operate like that. She would have to have Miz's way of doing things in order for her to have longevity, because it wouldn't work. You can't have that type of persona and then not be invested wholeheartedly in that match. And the way she comes across is, she's the workhorse. I'm the woman. I'm doing all of this. I'm working hard. I got a child. I take care of my husband. I'm a Southern Belle, but I'm still strong. But that don't always play out well when we're looking at it in the ring. It doesn't look right. You know what I'm saying?
No, and then then they take her character from SmackDown where she was a baby face, where, it's like, they use her military background and she's feuding with Sasha and Bayley because they're saying stuff about her husband and her kid. And then you turn around and you make her, and she's very anti-bully. Like, and even in real life, she does a lot for anti-bullying charities and stuff. But then you're going to turn around and make her a bully? Like, she's like, Ric Flair's sugar baby? Like, what the fuck, man? Like, I know wrestling fans, they're like, oh, wrestling fans are stupid. They don't, bitch, this was only a month ago. Yeah, we remember. Like, we're not that dumb.
I don't know. I think they should do what Alexis said. What Nicole said was just make her a face.
That bitch would never be a fucking heel.
Just make her a face.
When she was fighting Becky, like, she had like so much more like, it feels like she just had so much more of a character when she was fighting against Becky. Maybe it's because Becky put her over, so like it made her look really good. But like, even if like fighting like against Charlotte, like, I'm not saying like, okay, put her over, but like have her look decent enough where it's like, okay, when Lacey first got here, like when she really started wrestling, like against Natalia and everything, she looked great. But like when it came down to Charlotte, like everything just fell apart.
Yeah, and it's like Natalia can make anybody look good, and she has give her shit, but she's a good wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
It's just with Lacey, my issue with her was she was doing so much better, she was improving, and then it just seemed like somewhere along the line she got lazy, like really lazy, or she started to regress, and it's just like, what are you doing? Because we call people out on that all the time. We'd be like, wait, you were doing so good. Why the hell are you being sloppy? Why are you being, why aren't you bringing what we know you can bring to the table?
Mm-hmm. It was something that Tiff, I think you guys said it like last live when you're on YouTube. I think it was like that, like Monday earlier that day when like when you were saying like they pushed her clearly like to the moon and just like dropped the ball with her completely.
She was one of the people that
talent.
I think she's a good.
She was one of the. I think when she comes back, she needs to revamp her character a little bit, because she was the reason she got the push that she did was because Heyman was very high up on her. Same thing happened with Ricochet. Heyman was very high on Ricochet being there, and it's just like when Heyman started not to have so much control on the show anymore, the people that he was really high up on seemed to got pushed back, or they just didn't know what to do with them, and that's why they put her in that storyline with Corbin and Seth and Becky. And even then, Becky came out looking better than her because the bitch took a deep 6.
End of days.
And all she did was try to hit on Seth.
Was Paul?
And all she did was try to hit on Seth. Where
yeah, he had got the job, and it was before they had like announced it. Okay. He was back there making those intricate moves, and then they have officially announced it a little bit after that.
But my thing with Lacey, like you can't blame being taken out of like being in limbo and not working on your craft. Like there's no excuse for that. That's just being fucking lazy. I don't care what she got taken out of. I don't care what it's lazy. Because you have Carmella was off of TV for months.
Yes.
Months. And she was one of those people. I said, Carmella, you got to get it together. But she really found a moveset that works well for her. She improved. Who else was off the TV for forever and came back? Hell, Lana out here wrestling better than fucking Lacey.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
That's facts.
Exact facts.
Yeah.
And it's like it
we stand Lana.
Like
I love Lana.
Yeah. But it feels like with Lacey's character, like maybe it's like she needs a break because it's like it feels like she's always been up. Like she never really had like an all time. Like it feels like ever since like damn near 2018, like since she got here, she's just been going and going and going. Like she hasn't really stopped. Like if you think about like Lacey's like one of the wrestlers that didn't really catch like a break at all during COVID, during any of this, or like even. But a lot of them
didn't get breaks though.
Well, she didn't have to work as hard as Sasha and Bailey did.
Oh well, no, not at all. But like, I mean, that does make sense because like maybe it feels like Bailey and Sasha are just like those. I'm not saying like Lacey's not an athlete because she is, because she's actually really like she has moments where she's been good, but like she's also like it's just recently like she just like fell off, and I'm saying it's like Bailey and Sasha feels like have been doing this great character for like Sasha's been a heel, Sasha's been face, so like she knows how to like play certain roles. Lacey I feel like Lacey didn't really want to be with Rick. Like it feels like WWE like pushed her towards it, being like, yeah, you're gonna be with Ric Flair. You have no choice. We don't care. But like, it feels like with like everyone else, like I don't know, maybe that's me because it feels like she did not want to be with Ric Flair. Because it felt like
I don't know about that.
Okay
I don't know about that either. I feel like
I disagree. I think she did. I think she was 100% fine with that. You have to think like you're out there with one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, one of the greatest characters in wrestling of all time, and you have to ask yourself if somebody was like, "We're gonna pair you up with Ric Flair, put you in a storyline with Charlotte Flair, and we're gonna make this. It's gonna go for a couple months, so you'll see." You'll end up with a match later on. You would not turn that shit down, even if it was horrible. You just wouldn't.
But if anything,
if you're good enough,
that they should have put Peyton maybe with Rick. But that's the me thing.
She ain't shit either.
That would have.
But she needs the help.
More believable though.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
because she needs the help.
Though.
She needs help.
She need that.
Because everybody thought Billy was gonna be the one being dragged down all the way to the bottom.
I told
she's the one that's on TV every week.
Yeah, I was one of those people. I'm like, Peyton's gonna be the breakout star. Nope. Like, I never thought I'd be saying this, but Billy Kay's been putting in the work. It's like Peyton is just, she's there. And it's just like, what are you doing?
Just like her fiance. You a space filler.
Yeah.
Because Sean Spears ain't got nothing going for him either.
Not Roman Reigns.
He's on AEW Dynamite.
This Roman Reigns person, I think we passed it.
Well, he said he was in charge.
Yeah.
What would you do to help Ricochet get him back up there to the top?
You know what I would do, Ricochet?
Fire him.
No.
No.
I would send his ass to NXT UK.
I think he would work well in NXT UK.
I sent him there.
Yeah.
I sent him there. You fucking figure out how to talk on a mic.
Okay.
I would have him figure out how to talk on a mic. And I would have him on, and not only that, the talkers that they have over there have such a wide variety. Like you have the people who are really good on a mic, like you have Eddie Dennis, you have Trent Seven. I would have Trent Seven working with Ricochet. You have Jenny. You have Noam Dar.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. Hell, Rampage Brown. And even like there's so much that he could have worked on. His in-ring skills are fine. Like we all know this. His in-ring skills are fine.
He needs help.
Yeah.
He needs help talking. He needs help with that character. And I think that would be the perfect place for him to still be putting on banger matches.
Right.
And with really interesting people, but also work on the character. Or hell, find a character. He don't even got a character to work on. Let's be real.
Facts.
Something that was odd for me.
Jada Storm is fine, and I don't even know why. Why do I think he's so fine?
I would send him back to NXT. I think he fares better in NXT. And in that environment, you don't really have to have a very strong character. Sometimes your opponent can kind of carry you over a bit. So in NXT, it makes it a little bit easier to move through. And I think in NXT, he won't be on TV as much. So he would be allowed to kind of work on that and really build his character, because Ricochet's greatest claim is the stunts and acrobats that he does in the ring. And yes, that's great. But if you notice, after a while, that just becomes just a parlor trick. And you're like, okay, so what else are you going to bring to the table? And if all you got is backflips and 450 splashes, then, well, I'm good. This is a big boy.
Who, AC?
One of my friends said that.
AC's lost a lot of weight. I'm really proud of him. He's lost. He went on this really great. He went on like this health and wellness journey. I think right when COVID started, or like right before COVID started, or like right when it started, and he's lost over 100 pounds.
What? He was bigger than that?
Yeah. So I'm so proud of him.
He was a big boy.
Yeah. So he's doing amazing, and I honestly feel like he's lost more since then.
Wow.
But I was talking to a friend about that. I was talking to a friend about that last night, and she said like that's her big problem. I fucked this up. She said that's her big problem with AEW right now because it seems like a lot of them are trying to be like Ricochet. They just want to do the flips and the tricks and the acrobatics, and she's like, I'm cool with that, but you gotta give me something else. You can't just be dependent on the same shit every single time.
I agree.
And it's like it would be cool if like they did it like with like Ricochet, because I love Ricochet. I like watching his older stuff. But even back then, it's like all he did was rely on the flips and tricks gimmicks. And then meanwhile, you got guys like AJ Styles and like hell, even Samoa Joe. They were doing like flips and tricks and stunts and bumps and all that crap. But at the same time, they were still putting on actual matches where a lot of times they didn't even have to do that.
Hey,
and as much as I don't like AJ Styles, yay! And as much as I don't like AJ Styles, as a person, but like as a wrestler, you can tell like he's
Bailey out here being petty.
What?
She just you know happened? How because you know how she gets shit shaved in the back of her head.
Yeah,
she has singles shaved in there.
No, she does not.
Yes, she does.
Is that real? I saw it and I couldn't believe it. I didn't know that was real or not.
That's real.
I saw something.
What is between them? I mean, what is going on? Did somebody cheat?
That nigga should have known that she wasn't going to marry him.
Ended on good terms.
Yeah, but some ain't right.
Happened. I'll tell you what I think would happen. Yeah. The thing is with Bailey and Aaron, they haven't been together for a good while now. Like it was very evident that they haven't been together for a while now. And I think he put that statement out because I think he's dating someone else. But you know how Bailey's fans are. If he would have came out with old girl with pictures or anything, they would have came at his neck. So I think
Bailey
he put that.
True. Fans.
Yeah, like he probably put that out because he's probably maybe like a month or two he's gonna go public with this new girl. And then like the way he wrote his statement, it kind of seemed like it was more her fault that they weren't together. Like we obviously don't see eye to eye with our careers. But yeah, the way he wrote it, it just seemed very like, well, this is Bailey's fault, and I hope you guys can be cool with it or okay with it or whatever. But like when I read it, I was like, you kind of just pinned that on Bailey. Like she's the reason why the relationship didn't work.
Per the usual.
And like Bailey didn't even come out.
Gonna fight Io Shirai. Oh, sorry.
And then like Bailey didn't even come out with a statement, and you would think they would come out with a joint statement.
She don't give a fuck.
So it seemed like
no, she's making money. Yeah.
So she don't give a fuck. She's making money right now. Not because the world didn't know, but I think because he got him a new boo and he's trying to cover his tracks so where people don't come after him.
They gonna come after him anyway.
They don't come after him anyways.
The thing about it is, like I said, they haven't been together for a while. Like when she stopped wearing her engagement ring, and then they stopped following each other on their social medias. This was like a while ago. So like,
hold on,
and it was pretty. It was pretty evident. Like you didn't have to go looking for it. It's like if you follow Bailey, and you just follow certain people, like you knew that they weren't together anymore. Like she stopped posting about him, he stopped posting about her. She didn't normally. She would comment, like he would comment and stuff. So it's like for me, just from that, like me being the detective, I didn't even have to go do detective work. I was like, oh, they're not together anymore. And then when she had her skull sessions with Stone Cold, he was asking her a question about something, and the way she answered it as if she was single herself. And I was just like, oh, okay, well, they're not together anymore. So I just think he put that out.
That wasn't real. I mean, Nicole, if Bailey reposted it, then
you know what? Good for Bailey, because you know what?
I don't even know if
we'll see. A couple people that send to me usually don't send me like some fake shit, so who knows?
Where's the tea, babe?
So yeah, like I haven't seen that picture, so obviously it is what it is. But they haven't been together for a while. And when he wrote that shit, I was like, you basically pinning this shit on Bailey. Like she's the reason why y'all didn't work out.
He did. That's why I didn't like that wording.
Yeah.
Also, and this is gonna sound real messed up. Just FYI, if no one's heard me start these rants or start this line of speaking, I'm about to say.
Here we go.
Aaron is literally bottom of the barrel compared to Bailey.
Ooh.
And I'm not even, and I don't even want to sugarcoat. He's very bottom of the barrel. He was lucky that she dated him and even said yes and entertained that engagement for as long as she did.
My God.
They were together for years.
Yeah, they've been together. They were engaged since 2016, and then sometime this year.
Yeah, they were dating since she.
Yes, 5 years.
They was engaged for 5 years.
Yeah, they were dating though while she was at the PC training before she even got into the NXT roster. They've been dating
I swear they were dating when she was in like on the independent scene.
Yeah, they met in training.
Yeah.
So he's always been bottom barrel. I always thought he was just like not good enough for her because I don't know, he just seemed lame and he doesn't even wrestle that good. I said, nigga, how's your girl Bailey and you just now getting on something like AEW? You ain't even really on Dynamite like that.
She got him.
No, I'm being serious. Like he hasn't. Like, okay, so he'll be like a bodyguard every once in a while on WWE, but you know how many indie wrestlers I could say
Hold on, Nicole. Hold on a second. Hey, yo, if it's not real, it's fine. But I don't need 17 comments in the comment section telling me it's not real. If it is a Photoshop picture, that's fine. I will say it's a Photoshop picture. Okay?
But yeah, like no, he actually wrestled on WWE. He's wrestled on Raw. He's wrestled on 205 Live. They were all squash matches. He literally got squashed in like 2 seconds. He's wrestled on NXT. Again, they were all squash matches. So I'm pretty sure she like got him in there to get as just an enhancement talent. But my thing is, he's wrestled in New Japan. He's wrestled. I think he tag team wrestled against Amazing Red. He did some dojo stuff in Australia, but he's not that great of a wrestler.
He's not. That's what I'm trying to say. He's not good. He's like if Mikaze didn't learn his place. Mikaze learned his place. He knows Sasha's the best wrestler in the house.
But I will say Mikaze is a better wrestler
and made her and started making her rings.
Yeah. The thing is Mikaze though is a better wrestler than Aaron. If you watch Mikaze's wrestling matches on the indie scene, he was like doing all crazy flips and all that before that even became a thing.
He's all right.
He's better than Aaron. If you look at stuff back then, not now, but he's better. God. He's better than Aaron. I've seen some of his matches, and they were good. They were pretty good. But
I'm gonna find Bailey, sis, Pamela. We're gonna find you a new man. That's hot. Damian Priest seems like he's single. Why don't you start fucking him?
Hell no.
Send the pictures to Aaron. Be like, oops, I thought they were to Sasha.
Cut it out.
I'm not. I'm just giving her advice. Who's back there that's single, Pam? You can text me after this. We'll figure this out. I got you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she'll find someone within WWE to date or something. But yeah, I never was a fan of Aaron.
Business, but I just thought that was funny.
I thought that was funny too. His irrelevant ass.
I mean, okay, so they asked if we knew about Mickie James calling out this woman who killed a giraffe.
As she should.
I don't know anything about that because I'm not on Twitter like that, so I have no idea
what that's about it.
Y'all gonna have to comment and tell me what that's all about because I have no idea.
I'm looking at it right now. She posted like this. I guess this woman, she posted a picture of like, I guess, killing a giraffe, and Mickey said, "Disgusted, effing disgusted. Look at this bitch." Mickey was going in on her. She said, "Dear," her name is like, I don't know how to say her name. She said, "You're an absolute piece of shit."
She added her.
Yeah, she. I know Mickey was going in on her.
Should.
She said, "You're an absolute real piece of shit up there with the worst kind of human garbage. Do better, be better. I dislike everything about you. That is all."
As she should.
Oh my god.
Big
Why are you
hunting.
killing a giraffe?
Mickey's a really big animal rights activist.
It's so disgusting.
What are you doing? Why are you killing a giraffe?
Because the dumb white bitch who did it.
Oh God.
And before anyone says anything, I'm white, so I can call her a dumb white bitch. Okay.
She can. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
she said I wanted to. She posted something. It was her Valentine's Day present that her husband got her because she wanted. She said my heart for him is as big as a giraffe's, and she's holding the fucking giraffe heart in a picture.
Oh.
No way!
Yeah.
Oh my
God!
This is
my cat.
Her caption was, "Ever
look
wonder
at
how big a giraffe's heart is?"
Hold on, I'm a screenshot it and post it. Cause
no, don't. Please don't.
No, they have
if
it
y'all
blurred
want to
out.
see the picture, go to
It's blurred out.
It's still
out.
gross.
Let me go find her cat so I can cuss her out. Hold on.
I don't know what that's about, but that shit is not cool. Like, yo,
not at all.
That is white privilege right fucking there. That is white fucking privilege.
But no, Mickey went in on her ass, and I'm like, God damn.
I didn't get this. Let me screenshot what she said.
I can't find it.
It's on her Instagram.
It's on Instagram.
Mickey posted on Instagram, yeah.
Okay, I thought it was on Twitter.
Mickey went in on her.
I'm about to go in on this lady, so hold on.
She said,
"That's disgusting. Fuck this ugly bitch."
Oh.
with her non-matching fucking foundation and her eyeliner doesn't even match.
Ooh. I take a heart to that because my eyeliner don't match half the time either. So I mean,
shit, mine do.
Not she trying to be fucking private.
She went to private.
Yeah.
Aww.
But no.
Oh, maybe you shouldn't have killed a giraffe, you stupid white cunt. How'd you ever think about that?
Damn, Alexis. A word.
Oh my God.
My bad.
But side note, Zoe Stark is gonna face Io Shirai tomorrow.
Yeah, Zoe.
Oh wow.
You know, Maurice is probably actually crying over this too. She fucking loves
NXT
animals.
Posted it on Twitter.
I'm about to report that bitch though. Hold on.
Do it.
Reporting your account.
That match low.
It's inappropriate.
What you doing?
Import post. I can't see her post, so I'm just gonna report her whole account.
Go. Yeah.
Nah, she was real like bestie, and Mickey must have on her ass.
Nick Aldis even fucking put like something like he put the throwing up emoji.
Yeah, and then Maurice commented that she's crying. I said, that bitch probably is crying. She loves animals.
All right, y'all. Yeah, we did.
Oop, animal abuse. There we go. Found it.
Mm-hmm.
There we are.
All right, y'all. So
my bitch.
I'll put her picture up here. This is the girl that posted the picture about the giraffes.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, my foundation don't even look that bad. The fuck?
Yeah. She tans, but she doesn't match her foundation to her tan. That's her fault.
Damn, it was a lot of wrestlers that commented on this. Big Swole.
Mickey James went in and said, "Fucking disgusting, look at this bitch." She said, "Dear whoever fuck you is, I think your name is Merlise. whatever. You are an absolute piece of shit up there with the worst kind of real human garbage. Do better, be better. I dislike everything about you. That is all. Ever wondered how big a giraffe's heart is? I'm absolutely over the moon with my big Valentine's present. This is what she posted, I guess, on Facebook when her boyfriend or fiance sent her to Africa to the safari to kill this animal. There's nothing you can do with a dead giraffe. Nobody eats giraffe. Why? Just somebody just tell me what you needed to do with this
and her
animal
name
dying.
and her name is Vanderwood. Sounds about correct.
Sounds like her family was inbreeding with that type of last name.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
Vanderwood.
Oh God.
Oh,
Sounds
you're just getting
sounds about
location.
white.
I am so sick of these.
I hate big game hunting. Regular hunting is fine if you're going to repurpose it, and if you live in an area that requires it, like fuck what some vegans and what some PETA have to stay. Like if you live in a place like Alaska, and I'm obsessed with this show Life Below Zero.
Yeah.
And like those areas, like they have to survive, and it also like keeps like whatever the irrigation, I don't know, whatever those words are, like it
keeps
makes
the livestock, it keeps your vegetation up, and
Correct.
it also, like in Florida, they have those pigs down there. Those wild pigs were introduced down there. They eat up the Everglades, so they have them hunting those pigs and eating them to keep your ecosystem balanced. That also is the case with a bunch of fish.
Pythons.
Sometimes in the ocean, when you introduce a new fish, it can be invasive to the point where it's eating all of the animals, and they have to hunt and fish to balance out the ecosystem. That's what it's for.
Yeah,
I will say the only time I've done anything was when I was in Alaska. I did go fishing for halibut, but that was because there was an overpopulation of halibut.
Exactly.
So it was fine. So I was okay to go and catch halibut.
Yeah, big game hunting, and funnily enough that we're talking about this, I read some article not too long ago, like big game hunting, well, it's not 100% right now. It was down like over 90% because of the pandemic. So they were able to, like, more rhinos were able to, or it had to do with rhinos. Like no rhinos were big game hunted that entire year, basically. Wow. This past year, which I find that's amazing. And that's what people don't think. It's like, what the fuck? Why do you need like a giraffe head? Like, you're weird. Like, you're weird. Like, just say that you're fucking psychotic and go fuck your sister or something. Like, you're not normal.
Well, I mean that sounds about white what she does. So I mean, you know,
her husband is probably her brother.
I can't.
Yeah, her first cousin.
Who's fucking her sister on the side.
Jesus.
I hate that shit. On. Oh, Jesus. Are we talking about him again?
I have to, because even though I talked about him on Down for the Count with you guys, which we've already discussed this with Terry from We Love Wrestling, and like I said,
shout out to Terry.
I highly recommend that you guys go and check out somebody, whoever is listening to it on your phone. You have to turn it down. You have to turn down whatever other device you're listening to. It's echoing. All right.
Mic check 1 2.
Hello? Let me see something. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, Trayvon. If you have it on your TV or if on your computer and you're on your phone at the same time, it's echoing back. So I would have to mute a microphone in order to be able to hear. There we go.
Shout out to AEW for not putting any Impact people on their show.
You know what? We ain't finna start that shit today. No, ma'am.
Oh, I love this top Deanna has on.
No, ma'am. Okay.
I'll start it. Actually, Terry started it. He was
Terry,
like,
it's a hot mess. I'm sick of
Bye,
y'all.
Terry.
Anyway, Anna J is injured.
Oh, that's so sad. I love Anna J.
Yeah, she is injured. So they replaced her with that shitty ponytail bitch.
Ain't she that chick from Monsters Inc? What's her name?
I can't.
With the glasses.
Stop.
Yeah, that's right, Big Jerry. That's right, Big Brother Jer. That's right.
I hate both of you.
Shout out to Monsters Inc. Shout out to Monsters Inc.
I'm so done with both of you.
Janae, shut up!
She's doing
I'm trying to do my eyeliner. You're making me laugh.
That's her new name, Monsters Inc. Maddie Monsters Inc. Rinkowski.
We're not going to go into it too much. I just want to touch on it because I was supposed to do my daily briefing with this, but I didn't feel like it this morning. So go to our Down for the Count. It's on Twitter. It's on Instagram. It's everywhere. You can also find the links to us through Google, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You can listen to us everywhere. So basically, Sammy had an issue with Impact. He was supposed to go to Impact and wrestle there. He had an issue. He said, I don't want to do that. They sent him back home. Now, the reports were all over the place. And it just, the big gist of it is Sammy Guevara didn't want to comply. So they ended up having to shut him down and he had to come back to AEW. Now, he was on Twitter, acting like, you can't believe everything you hear. But there was a lot of reports that were saying the same thing, and they may have had some pieces that weren't real, but most of the reports had the same rhetoric over and over again. Now, I wasn't really surprised because Sammy does have a very big, arrogant chip on his shoulder. The thing is, he hasn't put in enough tenure to have that. And Sammy Guevara just needs to calm down, is the main point. Now, if you don't watch AEW, this information doesn't apply to you. If you do, then you understand that he was a prominent fixture in the inner circle, one of the big people on the show in terms of characters. Oh, gosh.
That's what she thinks of it.
I hate you both. And he just overstepped his bounds in my mind. So I'm gonna let y'all have it, and they don't really want to talk about it anyway, but I have to talk about it.
Sammy think he GameStop, thinking his stock is worth more than what it really is.
Oh shit!
Damn, not GameStop.
Let's be real. He think he GameStop.
Shout out to GameStop.
He think he about to shoot to the moon.
Right.
Shout out
GameStop be
to
doing me
GameStop.
justice in the stock market.
Shout out to GameStop and AMC. But he think he's... Here's the thing. Was he right for saying no to doing that storyline? Yes, because he wouldn't have fit at all. My thing is, when he came out with that, the idea he had about putting the title on him not losing and him relinquishing the title and then having a tournament on AEW for an Impact title, to me, I was like, that's a problem. Because again, you're taking something that could be used for the guys in Impact and you're putting it on AEW. And it seems like you weren't going to have any Impact people on AEW. It was going to be a tournament for AEW wrestlers. That's not okay because it's already a one-sided deal with AEW and Impact because all we see is the Good Brothers on AEW. We don't see no one else. You come on Impact, you're talking shit, you're beating up all the guys, and it's just like he has an ego about him. This is not the first time that you've heard about Sammy Guevara having a problem. And then there's stuff going around that AEW people that have gone on to Impact have had ego problems that they think they're bigger than what they are. Tony Khan needs to put a stop to that. He's making these wrestlers think they're hot shit, and it's like Tammy Tonga was saying, you're competing with a developmental league. You're not even competing with the big guys, so you need to like chill with these egotistical things. So for Sammy, he doesn't have stock to be like, I don't want to. I'm not gonna do this. I'm just gonna make my own storyline. And then Impact wasn't happy about it. Like, of course they wouldn't be happy about it. You're trying to take one of their belts. So it's just like yes, have your say so. Like they should tell you about storylines. If you don't like it, then that's fine. But bruh, you ain't even that good though.
Oh, you ain't shit.
You need to chill. Like I said, you ain't GameStop. You ain't AMC. You ain't Robin Hood. You know what I'm saying? You like one of those paper stocks. You know what I'm saying? Where you first start out, you
shout out to Robin Hood.
Okay.
Shout out to Robin Hood. Shout out to Robin Hood. I got a couple of stocks in Robin Hood right now.
Janae, stop it.
They're not doing too well right now. I'm saying they kind of on the low end, but we gonna shoot to the moon like Cameron Grimes. We gonna shoot to the moon.
Oh hell no!
Cameron Grimes is in his bag with that character. I don't care what nobody fucking says.
I hate it. I don't like
that
it.
I hate it.
I hate him, but he has a great character.
You can kiss my grits.
I can't stand Cameron Grimes.
I fucking love it.
He gets on my goddamn nerves.
That music video I love that music video.
Don't nobody want to see Cameron Grimes' hairy ass all up? No. Absolutely not.
Where's Damian Priest? Speaking of, his ass is probably hairy.
Oh, you want to talk to him? He right here.
Oh my god.
Not his ass hairy.
Look, my issue with Sammy Guevara is that he believes his own hype.
Yeah.
He believes his own hype. And it's just like, I wish I had the amount of fucking self-confidence that Sammy Guevara has that I have in myself. Okay? Like, he believes his shit don't stink. And, like, I don't see the hype about him because storyline-wise, he just, like, leave his ego and his dumbass to the side, okay? If we're looking at it from a story point mode, he left the inner circle. He's going to get a big-ass babyface push. He's going to be one of the guys that's going to help take down Inner Circle, or he at least is going to take down MJF. Why would it make sense for him to go to Impact, fresh off, becoming a face, just to become a heel again? And I agree with this whole Impact AEW working relationship. Impact's not getting anything off of it. And honestly, if you want to give somebody something, where the fuck is a Switchblade conspiracy?
Oh god!
She done went on a whole tangent again. Jesus.
No, I'm not going on a tangent. I'm not going on a tangent.
Can we get this picture of Sammy away? It just makes me so uncomfortable. He looks like he's.
Do you have 12. A picture of?
I bet you he doesn't have.
Okay, you know what, Tiff?
He probably doesn't have pubic hair. Honestly,
Tiff, I'm gonna.
What?
Tiff gives me shit because one of the wrestlers I have a thing for is MJF. At least MJF looks old enough to wrestle, okay? Sammy Guevara looks like I'm going to have the fucking door busted down, and Chris Evans, or Chris whatever his name is, he's like, fine, have a seat. And it's like fucking To Catch a Predator. Yeah, Chris Hansen.
Even if Sammy Guevara looked like an adult, he would not be attractive enough to sleep with.
He seems
but if that's
like
what you
cries.
like, I mean, live your best life.
I feel like he would.
He's a crier.
I feel like he would make you do all of the work.
Oh,
would not.
He'll know.
And he would cry afterwards, and he would want you to hold him while he tells you about how hard his life is.
Shout out to all the guys who actually put in work and don't actually make you that don't cry. Shout out to
I'm over it.
Shout out to Chris Jericho and his line moonsault.
I'm really
fuck Chris Jericho.
Stupid. Yeah. No, Kenny's not here. I think the problem
is just
why are you looking for Kenny, Joey?
I think the problem
why are you looking for Kenny? Why are you looking for my sister? What business you got with my sister? What's going on?
Oh shit!
You want some skippity patch,
I think the problem. Jesus. I think the problem with Sammy Guevara is that no one has ever. He's kind of like Tessa, where no one has actually ever beat his ass and like told him, "Hey, you're full of shit." And it's like you're gonna really like that's the thing what Janae said. You're really gonna walk into Impact and get a title when their X division is fucking rad as shit. This shit's not working, and like you're gonna go undefeated and refuse to fight. Like, no, dude, I don't care like how long you've been. You have not built up any type of like anything about you because a lot of people don't even know who the fuck you were before you got in with the inner circle.
Someone said Sammy can rub Chris Jericho's belly with mayonnaise. Don't do mayonnaise like that.
Ew.
Don't do mayonnaise like that. You can use Miracle Whip.
Damn, Janae, I mean, Nicole, you all right?
Not Miracle Whip.
Miracle Whip is nasty.
Shout out to Miracle Whip.
Shout out to Miracle Whip for being nasty.
What the fuck, man?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Jesus.
So it's just I don't have corona. It's just a smoker's cough. I'm vaccinated.
You don't smoke though.
I don't smoke tobacco.
I believe Sammy cries during sex. I don't know.
He probably does.
Who fucks Sammy Guevara?
Like, no, baby,
I
you be
want
on
to tweet. I want to find out what kind of girls that he messes with.
He got a girlfriend. She be helping him with that vlog he do every day.
God, I bet she's a bagger.
Oh,
Trisha Paytas.
We're gonna move on because this is getting
Shout out to all the strong chin girls.
No.
Does she got a strong chin?
Shut up.
She does probably.
Oh, so he likes strong chin girls like Ricochet. Ricochet like those strong chin girls.
Who's that? Who's that, Tiff?
You know exactly who that is.
No, I don't. Who that?
She know who it is.
When did Dr. Dre get younger?
He did. And that's an insult to Dr. Dre.
Who that?
And fuck Dr. Dre.
Who that?
Okay. So.
Some asshole.
This is Bow Wow.
Hello, Bow
said,
Wow.
hey, I have a strong chin.
Tirza, your chin beautiful though. You got Tirza, I'll be honest with you. If you were single, I holler, girl.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
y'all can be
down.
trying to hook up with people. Shit.
Tirza's fuck. Look, our friend Tirza's fucking drop dead gorgeous.
She is
like
pretty.
We're just lucky to be in her presence.
He said. Oh, he said
Lady Gaga told Tirza she was pretty, so of course Tirza's pretty.
Of course.
Duh.
No, you don't. She said, Tirza, Aaliyah said you don't have no weird you don't have a strong chin.
No, it's because Tirza has great. I'm just going to talk about how beautiful Tirza is for 2 minutes. Tirza's proportions and her features are like striking. Like they're like a Grace Jones or like that type of feels. Like where Grace Jones had like very strong features, but her proportions were balanced, so it was beautiful. Tessa looks like those kids off of One Punch Man.
The Crimson Chin.
Tessa does push-ups with her chin.
Oh,
like I've seen her do push-ups.
I figured that out when I was Blazed the other day. I was watching One Punch Man. I said, "Damn, this is what Tessa looks like. These are her family. These are her people over here."
Tessa got
you
that.
Ain't shit.
Tessa has that American Dad chin, just real strong. Real
strong.
Like I was at the gym one time and I looked over and Tessa was there. And she was bench pressing with her chin. And I was like, damn, girl, you got a strong neck, too.
I'm over it. So,
shout out to 24-hour gyms.
Yep. Shout out to Anytime Fitness.
Oh, my God. I can't stand any of you. Start answering these people's questions so they don't think we're crazy. I'm sick. The iPhone.
He's seen how many new people started following and checking out Bad Bunny music, so he thinks he can do the same. Well, see, the consensus of the community is split down the middle. From what I've seen, everybody is either against it or they're for it. So he obviously put out a little statement here, and he said, a lot of wrestlers who are coming for me on Twitter should be happy I'm going back and forth. Most of them have like 70,000 followers. I'm actually helping you become a bigger name. $1 Million Man laugh. How you on Raw with 50K followers? Something not adding up. Now, the realistic aspect of this is you're on Twitter with 3 million followers and your engagement is not even a quarter of that. So that tells me you bought followers for Instagram so that your Instagram will look bigger than what it is. Because there's no way you can be putting out a tweet with 3 million followers and only get 53 likes and 3 retweets.
And you can see right there, he goes, it's going to hurt when I win a title before they do. He's not trying to go into the WWE and pay dues. He saw what Bad Bunny was doing, and he wants to try to do that full time. Now, I said, if he actually does what he's supposed to do, I will eat my words and be like, okay, I was wrong. But the thing about it is, when you look at Bow Wow and you look at his line of things he's been doing, he is a clout chaser. He goes after whatever can get him where he needs to be. So you can't sit there and say, well, he has this and he's a producer on Growing Up Hip Hop. There are other producers. They get 5.8 million views. None of those 5.8 million are solely going to be for Bow Wow. He was on The Masked Singer. Well, The Masked Singer was bought from Fox. Well, Fox bought it. It's a huge South Korean show that's been going on since like 2013 or 14. Right. Ain't nobody watching The Masked Singer for Bow Wow. Let's be real. They're not watching it for Bow Wow. Okay, he's going to be on Fast 9. Good for you. No one was checking for Bow Wow on Tokyo Drift. That's like one of their worst movies that they put out. No one was checking for. When you look at,
was checking for Fast 9
when you look at sales, when you look at sales, Bad Bunny singles have more sales than Bow Wow singles. Not back in the day, but like now, when you look at the albums that Bow Wow has put out now, Bad Bunny destroys that. There is no way in hell you put Bow Wow on Raw or just any WWE programming and give him a T-shirt and he's gonna make 500K solely off of his own stuff. Bad Bunny brings in views. Bow Wow is not going to bring in views. So if you just want to say, I want to give Bow Wow a chance to see what he does, that's fine. But don't go out there and start throwing numbers like he's going to all of a sudden break views and break records being on WWE. And I'm going to say this, Bow Wow is a very short-statured man. So he's going to have to do a lot more than just have his name in the ring. He's going to actually have to show that he can wrestle. So if you're going to go to Rikishi school and take a couple of classes where you learn a suplex, a back bump, and how to do a crossbody and expect people to respect you for coming into WWE and thinking you're going to go on the main roster and win a belt, you are entirely fucked up.
Now, the reason why she's mentioning some stuff from Jobber Tears. And what happened is, shout out to Jobber Tears because they have a podcast and they're on YouTube as well. So if you would want to know exactly how that went down, you would have to go to Jobber Tears page to see. But they did post a clip of their podcast and them going back and forth. So Mr. Black and Sir Wilkes were going back and forth about Bow Wow because they're on opposing sides. Mr. Black believes adding Bow Wow to the WWE can bring views, and of course, it's going to bolster WWE. And Sir Wilkes is like, I feel like he's clout chasing. He's coming in to gain some more notoriety and a little bit more money, and he's not trying to be a part of WWE in that regard. So they have two different views of what's going on here. And I'm more on Sir Wilkes' side with this one. I don't think that Bow Wow is there to because this is a dream of his. In my mind, when you enjoy wrestling the way that he claims he does, there would be more interaction with wrestling in terms of social media and how you watch it. When some of the biggest shows of the year like Royal Rumble, WrestleMania come up, you would be watching it. You would be tweeting about it. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody does that. When you watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, you're watching the Super Bowl. Everybody was tweeting about the Super Bowl. Whether you watched the Super Bowl or not, or you tuned in to the halftime show, everybody talked about it on social media, including him. So my thing is, if this is about you wanting to do something that is a little dream, I can understand if you say like, this is on a bucket list because I've always wanted to do this. Okay, that makes sense to me. But when you say something like this is a lifelong dream or this is a dream of mine, and you barely have 2 mentions of it in any way, shape, or form on any platform that you have, something about that doesn't sound right. Now, along with Chris Bay, there are countless other superstars from WWE, but Chris Bay is from Impact. Chris Bay.
I didn't know he was coming for Chris Bay.
Hold on. He sent out this tweet today. He said Bow Wow got 3 million followers with 14,000 views, but proceed. Bow Wow shot back and said, another broke ass wrestler wanting attention. You can't even get booked for a dark match. Chris Bay was just on Impact, literally just wrestled on Impact and just won tonight.
See, and that's how you know
you're not even doing your fucking homework.
So that's how you know he doesn't even watch the product, because he's probably assuming that Chris Bay's on WWE and that he can't even get booked for a dark match. And it's like, so if you've been watching wrestling and you've been watching, let's just say WWE, you would know
he don't work there.
He don't work there.
Thank you.
He don't work there. So, and it's just funny how all of a sudden he wants to be a wrestler after he sees what's going on with Bad Bunny.
Right. And then
it's like you just have a whole situation going on here, and everybody's at odds because it's either you're for it or you're against it. Some people are in the middle. Some people are like, I don't care either way, but if he comes in, I'd rather him be respectful of it and actually dive into it. Others are like, they're like, well, you know what? If he does come in on some bullshit, we just won't watch. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna turn it off when he come in there. I don't really write off. I don't care.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm just not invested enough in it. But he makes headlines because he likes starting a lot of shit online, and a lot of people talk about it.
And the thing about it too is like, if you want to break into the WWE or just wrestling in general, what you don't want to do is start having fights with wrestlers who have legitimate questions and concerns about what your real intentions are for getting into wrestling. It seems like the minute someone says your name, you're ready to start cussing at them, calling them names. And if it was me, I wouldn't want you on my roster. If you're getting mad just off of stuff like that, imagine if you have to cut a promo and let's say someone like The Miz, who cut you real deep in that promo, or like Roman Reigns or someone, you're going to be mad and upset.
And then you actually try to fight him.
Look at my tribal chief.
I'm seeing this from a business perspective because I'm going to use Cardi B for an example here real quick. So there was, oh my God, this fucking picture.
I love that picture.
So,
oh my goodness.
So Lacey Evans did a tweet directed to Cardi B, or she said something about Cardi B. I don't remember the whole situation. But Cardi B's fans saw that and they retweeted it and they were tagging her in it like, hey, look at this, look at this. And Cardi B's like, what the fuck is the WWE? I don't even know what this shit is. Like, she's just flat out being honest, And it's like, her and Lacey had this thing. It actually made like headline news where it's like, was Cardi B being racist? Was Lacey Evans being racist? But anyway, I digress because it was a bunch of bullshit. But, that got media attention and people were like, we were one of them. We're like, you need to book Cardi B for WrestleMania. Like, get her on Mania because people will watch. And then her husband is in the Migos, and they did a song about Ric Flair.
I'm so proud of you, Alexis, for knowing all of this.
You're welcome.
Like that.
Yeah. No, I know more than Maj, and that's sad.
Period.
See, Alexis, you can come to the barbecue. Girl, you can come to the barbecue. Just don't bring a potato salad with raisins.
I won't be. I don't know. I don't do fucking raisins. Fuck that shit. No, but oh my god, I think I did it right. Anyway, but it's like, wouldn't it make business from a business standpoint that yes, Bad Bunny is actually one of the biggest rappers right now. He's not just in the U.S., he's international. Nicole's even told us that every time his merchandise goes up on WWE.com or the shop WWE, it sells out automatically. And it's just because he's known all over the world.
His newer stuff is still on there, but he's already amassed over 500 million, not 500 million, over 500,000 in sales. And this was like a week ago. It was probably more.
Yeah, that Royal Rumble merch that he had, that shit sold out very quickly. It was like certain shirts he had, which it was real dope. I like the Royal Rumble thing this year too. It was very comic book-y, old school comic book style. So I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. But then, like, I saw Bad Bunny's merch. He made a lot of money off of that. $500K. That's huge.
So just from a business standpoint, and Tiff being a business major here, she can vouch with me. So you could get Cardi B, who's one of the biggest selling artists, right? Shout out to Tiff's business degree. You could get Cardi B, who's one of the biggest international stars right now. You could get Migos, who are her big stars right now. They have a song about Ric Flair. You have Bad Bunny. Like, and those are like big stars. You want, especially when it's WrestleMania, you want attention on the product because even casual wrestling fans, they'll watch Mania. Yeah. Wouldn't you, like, from a business standpoint, especially since WWE is hemorrhaging money right now, wouldn't you want big stars like Cardi B, like Bad Bunny, like Migos? Who's another big rapper right now?
Anybody that goes viral.
Someone help me out.
Anybody that goes viral, because that's what I would do.
Yeah.
If they got Cardi B on there now, like, that merch should be insane.
Yep.
Would it?
The smart thing to do would be to have one of her songs. Like, I understand they gave it to The Weeknd because The Weeknd had it last year and they just decided to just move everything over. But if it was me, I would have gave The Weeknd Fastlane, and I'd have let him have it for Fastlane. And then I would have gave Cardi B WrestleMania. Because right now she got Up Out, and that song is doing numbers. Y'all, if you were smart, you would capitalize on that aspect of it. Pay the girl to come out there. Whatever she won't, give it to her. Because you'll make it back 5 times more. Just pay the girl what she wants. And just let her perform.
Look how, like, they have to have made up their money.
Yeah. Let her perform. And if Lacey wasn't pregnant, you can compound that with Lacey and let her take out Lacey, just like they did Rhonda taking out Stephanie and Triple H. Let it be like that, and then it's over with. That's all you had to do. That's simple. Good night, Octavius.
No one's got to be women's. No one's got to be women's champ. Oh, I think I finally got this looked down. No one has to be women's champ. She doesn't have to have a title. She can just show up. And it's like, I even told these two, like, if fucking Cardi B showed up at WrestleMania and they made a Cardi B shirt for it, I'd fucking buy it because I'd save that as a fucking collector's item and sell it for when my kid needs to go to college or whatever she plans on doing. But it would make no sense. Like, I told them, I said, I thought Bow Wow was gone because, like, when he came out, that's when I started getting out of, like, the teeny bopper, like, pop bullshit. And I was like, he still has a career?
That's why I was just like, when I watched the video, I understood where the guy was coming from. And if he just would have said, we should allow outsiders to come in and prove by showing that the work ethic is good, that they're learning, and that they really want to wrestle, I'm all for it. But when he started pulling out numbers, and y'all know me, like I look at the numbers. When he started pulling out numbers, I was like, now you're just trying to pull some kind of whatever evidence to be like, it's okay for Bow Wow because he'll bring eyes to the product. Bow Wow's not going to bring eyes to the product. He's just not. He's right now where he's at in his career. He's not pulling any eyes to any product. Not like a Bad Bunny, not like a Cardi B would, not like an Anthony Joshua if he was to jump in. Like he's not pulling eyes to the product. So I was just like, I don't understand why you brought that in. Then he tried to compare it to Miz, and it's like you can't compare that to Miz the way he was doing it. I was like, the Miz paid his dues. The Miz has always talked about wrestling. The Miz was using the real world to get seen by the WWE. Did he use the real world and did it help him?
And it worked.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, it worked.
But he was in character, and he was one of my favorite characters on that season. That's like one of my favorite real world seasons. He carried that belt everywhere he went, even in interviews. He was always in character, and he always talked about how he wanted to be a wrestler since he was a
couldn't
child.
stand him. It was so funny.
Yeah, so it's just like when I look at Bow Wow, I'm just like, okay, let's say he is being serious. Fine, you are being serious. But the thing about it is, you have not shown or proven how serious you are. You haven't did a song about a wrestler. You haven't talked about wrestling since you were like 13 or 14 years old. And all you're doing is sitting there going after wrestlers who have legitimate questions about how, if you really want to do this. You have an attitude problem. You have an anger issue. And they have every right to question you because you haven't said anything about wrestling until you saw Bad Bunny and what happens to Bad Bunny. So that tells me you're not really trying to learn the ropes and go through the PC for like a year or two, then go through NXT for a little bit and come up. You want to learn a couple of moves and immediately jump on the main roster and get like a title shot. That doesn't work. Now, if you wanted to do like, this is my dream, this is like a one and done kind of thing, fine, whatever. If you want to make this a career, and if you want to make this a career, you have to show respect not only to the business, but even to some of the wrestlers that have been doing this for years on the indie scene who have been grinding. And some of them don't think that's cool how you think this is funny and that you think this is a joke.
Like you can end it real quick because like wrestlers now, like especially wrestlers nowadays, they won't put up with the bullshit. They won't.
Not at all.
Like I would like for you to go into the locker room with, let's say, SmackDown with Cesaro, Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, some of the guys, and act like the way you're acting. You will not last long. Even if you go over to Raw.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Like go over to Raw and you have Keith Lee, The Miz, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, all these wrestlers. You can't walk up in there with this attitude that you have now because they're gonna humble you real quick, like real quick.
Yeah, like Randy on the mat a little harder.
They're gonna give you the seats. They're gonna make you think, really take a step back and really think if this is what you want to do. And you know what? Shout out to Rikishi. You want to be that guy to take him into your school and teach him a couple of things here and there. But it's just like, if he's real serious, and I'm saying he doesn't have to know everything, like Bianca Belair. She didn't know a lot about wrestling, but she paid her dues and she learned the craft. She went through the PC, she went through the Florida loop, spent her time in NXT, and then came on the main roster. Like I said, if he learns wrestling, goes to the PC, hangs out and learns more stuff at the PC for about a year or so, NXT and all that, I will eat my words. But from what I've known of Bow Wow and what I've seen of Bow Wow, how he lies a lot, how he clout chases a lot. He's not going to want to do that. He's going to want to learn a couple of things and then be like, hey, WWE, my name is Bow Wow. And I was on The Masked Singer. And I had this movie called Like Mike when I was 13. And I was in the Fast and the Furious. And I'm like one of like the 10 producers on Growing Up Hip Hop that gets 5.8 million views, even though none of them are really for me. And at one time I got caught saying this was a private plane, but it was actually a backdrop in Hollywood that a lot of influencer uses. And then that one time I was, and then that one time I was at the club and I was throwing up what I was telling people was gang signs, because I was telling everybody I was in a gang, but it was in sign language that says please pay here. But that doesn't matter. That's neither near nor there. But I'm real serious because my name is Bow Wow, and I'm gonna bring more viewers to your show than Bad Bunny.
You'll cut it out.
shout out to Bow Wow. Shout out to Bow
Like
Wow.
he's gonna pull more. He pull more money than fucking Cardi B showing up at WrestleMania. Like, bitch, I'm white as shit and I'm a suburban mom. I want to see Cardi B at WrestleMania.
I just want people to stop acting like people are wrong for saying they don't want him here. And I think a lot of times what happens when people have opposing views, we go to the most extreme thing we can think of when we talk about it. And everybody always wants to go to the gatekeeping bullshit. And then if you don't want to have outsiders in, it's not about him being an outsider. And nobody's gatekeeping either. But you gotta be real. Mm-hmm. Just tell everybody you want to promote your album. I can respect that than you trying to pass this shit off as something you really want to do. All you had to do was tell your people to call WWE people and get the shit worked out. And they would have gave you a spot to come out there. As long as you passed the COVID stuff, they'd have gave you a spot to come out there and do what you wanted to do. And nobody would be the wiser. We'd be like, oh, Bow Wow on TV. Okay.
And it's not
wouldn't
like
be nothing
WWE
about it. Nobody
doesn't
would be
have
about it.
Right. And WWE also doesn't have the opportunity to do all the like famous people that they might want to because of COVID. So if he was like, oh yeah, I wanna come out there and promote my album, I'd be like, okay, make sure everything is fine and then let's go. Simple as that.
Period. That's all you have to do. There's no reason.
But he's not. But he's not gonna pull views.
No, go ahead.
He just won't pull views, man, because it's like this isn't early 2000. Okay, it's not when like you still actually had a career. You're not like saying. No one was checking for you.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
and then it's like you bring up the aspect that he's black, and a lot of the black podcasts are against it. And again, it's like y'all are so. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm a black woman, and of course, I love my community, but I'm not gonna just ride for you just because you black.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was gonna say too.
I'm not gonna just be on your team just because you black. I'll respect what you trying to do, and if you doing it the right way and you ain't got no malice, then of course I got you all day, every day. But when you be on some bullshit and you still want my support, man, hell no, because no, absolutely not.
And that's what I'm saying.
Because if it was in the music industry and somebody was coming in your industry, y'all clown basketball players, y'all clown rap, y'all clown wrestlers for coming in. Y'all be like, y'all niggas can't rap. What the fuck? I don't want to listen to no wrestler rap.
Exactly.
And that's my thing too. Like, I don't know the dude that was on the. I don't know the dude that was on the podcast with Sir Wilkins. And I'm not like trying to, Mr. Black. I'm not trying to. But if he just would have said, "I'm gonna support Bow Wow because he's a fellow black man, and I'm not gonna shoot down a black man's dream," if he would have just left it at that, I'd have been like, "Okay, that's fine. You can have that." But when he started pulling in all these other things, I was like, now you're reaching. Now you're trying to find a reason. And like you just should have stopped there, because when Sir Wilkins came in, he basically gathered him up and he was like, nah, that's not how this is gonna work. So I commend him for supporting Bow Wow for whatever reason. But it's like, if you paid attention to Bow Wow like you're writing for him so hard, you would have questions too. You would definitely have questions. And the fact that you don't have questions, you're just writing for him just to be like, well, that's not right because this and that. And it's just like, no. Like, Bow Wow's a clout chaser. That's what he does. He cloud chases. The minute it gets rough, the minute he finds out he's not getting a title shot, the minute he finds out that he has to lose, the minute he finds out that he can't promote his album that's going to be coming out, because he's still going to be trying to do music. The minute he finds out he can't do what he wants to do, and he is going to be basically minusculely watched, he's not going to like it. The minute he finds out that, oh wait, I have to drive to certain shows, I have to fly, I have to pay my own way, I have to do this. The minute when he finds out he has to be an adult, he's not gonna like it. He thinks it's all fun and games because he sees what Bad Bunny's doing. But it's like, if you want to be a full-time professional wrestler, it is hard. Before COVID, they were on the road every single day. They would get 2 days off, and one of those days that they had off was for traveling back to the shows. Like, it is
Ronda
really,
Rousey
really.
Ronda was fully committed. She didn't come in like Bad Bunny, and that's no shade to Bad Bunny, but Bad Bunny wasn't trying to do what she's doing. She came in fully committed and was down there in the trunks with them. They come in, they're driving from show to show when they're going city to city. She was driving. And she was like, we don't have time to go anywhere or do anything. We're stuck in this time loop. And I don't fucking blame her. After a year of going strong on Raw and being booked the way she was booked, she was on every Raw, wrestling at least once a night. Sometimes you would see her again in another promo segment or a segment backstage. She would be out there working the crowd. She worked the live and house shows. She did all that shit.
But
So
I have
if
a
you're
feeling like, I know you finish.
No, it's okay. Like, if you're gonna make this statement about wanting to be a wrestler, but you're only gonna do it under the guise of being a celebrity, that's a whole different ball of wax. Because celebrities don't have to go out and do the whole walk of all that walking and all that traveling and all that other shit. They do whatever they want to do. They come in, they get their check, they get their coins, and then they go about their business. That's what they do.
Maybe Bow Wow can use that private jet he took a photo in to travel to shows.
But I also have a feeling like if Bad Bunny was in like the way like Ronda was, and like during like maybe if COVID like didn't hit at all, or like COVID didn't hit yet, like it feels like he would be wanting to I don't think he would mind like being like, okay, look, I have to travel. Hell, he traveled from New York back to Florida like to do the Today Show, and he had the title with him. So it's like, yeah, he's clearly very committed to doing this.
Yeah, but the thing too is though, like Bad Bunny, he's not trying to do it full time. Like, he's always talked about WWE and wrestling, and stuff like that. He's not trying to do it full time, so I'm cool with that. The thing is, Bow Wow is trying to do it full time, but he wants the perks that Bad Bunny is getting, but on a full time basis, and that's the problem.
Like,
because go ahead.
You can go.
Oh no, you're fine. Go ahead.
It feels like, yeah, like it feels like that's what Bow Wow wants, and it's like with Bad Bunny, it's like, yeah, he's probably gonna be here until like WrestleMania and making a few pop-up appearances, like, hey, like how y'all been, this, that, and third. But like, yeah, like he's not gonna be here doing it like no like real seriousness. And like right now, basically, if you really think about it, Bad Bunny should be with the WWE champion to an extent, where it's like clearly, like, I'm not saying like, oh yeah, he has to like work his ass off and like do it, yeah, but like clearly I think like he has like a good feeling for he wants to like actually like do it to an extent where it's like if WWE's like, hey, do you think you can return, he wouldn't mind coming back or like stuff like that.
Yeah, and the thing too, like the same thing too with Bow is like, again, he just sees the glitz and glamour. I don't think he actually understands what goes on. Like, I don't think he understands, like, you could be in Gorilla, get ready for your match, and they'll cancel it right there on you. You can show up to work because they have a thing where it's
at
like
last minute or something like that.
They have a thing that all the wrestlers have to show up at 12 p.m. even though the show starts at 8. They have to show up at 12 p.m. and sometimes you'll get there and they'll go, "Oh, we don't have anything for you," but you can't just leave. You usually have to stay until the end of the show. And it's just like, I don't think he realizes all that. And with this little temper tantrum he's throwing just from Twitter tweets, I can imagine if he comes in there with all these ideas and they're just like, no, you can sit in catering until we find something for you. And he's going to realize it's not as easy as he thinks. Or if he comes out and let's say everybody boos him, he's going to be in his feelings because it looks like he can't take criticism. He doesn't like it when someone is against him. So if you come out there and you got a whole crowd of people of 10,000, 15,000 people booing you, he's going to be in his feelings. And if you can't be able to stay on task and stay focused because you're too worried about people booing you, this may not be for you. Or if, like, say, another wrestler hits you a little too personal with their little promo,
like the Miz,
you might go off script because you mad and upset that
because Miz gonna go in all day, every day. He will not. He is not gonna miss words.
Could you imagine Bow going out
and
there
like not even the Miz
having to cut a promo against the New Day, and the New Day gets
it's
free reign?
It's Miz that he gonna have a problem with. Miz, New Day. If it's Big E by himself, he gonna have a problem because they're gonna tear his ass up.
A lot of these wrestlers that get full reign in their promos that don't have a script, they can just go off the top of the dome. They're going to
be
test
lucky
him.
that Cena ain't there because Cena would have really went in on him.
Oh man, that is true. Like also, but not even that. Just say like, what if just trying to think of something. What if he goes out there when like Cesaro? Cesaro's very just chilled, laid back. Whatever. Or not even just Cesaro, anybody in that locker room, whether it's SmackDown or Raw, you go out there, they cut a promo on you, and like Janae said, they just go a little too close to the belt, and you say something that goes too far a step, they're not gonna care, because first of all, who the fuck are you? But if you say something about their wives or their kids or their significant other, I'm pretty sure 99.9% of those guys, if they don't deck you in the ring, they will knock your ass out as soon as you get backstage.
He gonna be mad if they start giving him receipts if they slam him a little bit too hard.
When they got a lot of material to work with, because Sir was getting all kind of scratched up by his ex-girlfriend, getting that ass tagged. You had the little bow wow challenge.
Throwing up the little sign language gang signs, the little fake backdrop of his prior. The episode on Growing Up Hip Hop where he was like talking about they don't know me, I'll go get that piece in my car, and Brad had to calm him down because he was throwing a little temper tantrum at the little video cameras and stuff.
And all you gotta do is be like, "Did you get that money from Humanity Free yet?" No. It's because you won't. It's because you're not gonna get it back.
Yo.
Hey, Darn.
I just want to say.
I'm just saying. They got a lot of material to work with. And all he got to say is that, well, his go-to line is people need followers and they broke. At least that's what he do on Twitter and Instagram. I'm like, well, you just as broke as they are, so.
He don't even follow anybody.
Right.
Exactly. You in the same boat.
Like, you want to be in the company so bad, you don't follow the company. You don't follow anybody that's in the company.
Oh.
Like, while they follow,
like if you look on our podcast,
you do.
And if you look on our podcast page, we follow a lot of wrestlers. So like it would make sense. Like they didn't even like whatever. Say like I don't know, Court Bauer got a hold of us and they're like, hey, which one of you wants to show up on MLW and take a fireball from Contra? I'd be like, me, because I'm crazy. Don't do that. But yeah. But like it would, that would make sense because if people would be like, well, who the fuck's this girl? And then of course it comes out like we're on a podcast, and then it'd be like, oh, they followed MLW, they follow Hammerstone, they follow Dynasty, they follow Court Bauer. Like, okay, this makes sense because they are a fan of MLW.
Oh wow!
And,
I didn't even know that. You know what I mean? Your backup singer is messing with your baby mama.
And one of the things he's like, oh, you have 70,000 followers, you ain't on my level. Well, apparently you want to be on their level because they're on TV and you're not.
You on TV, but you on weak TV.
You on VH1.
He wants to be a wrestler, but he doesn't want to put the work in.
And it's just like, these are the same people, the people that you're arguing with, these are the same people that you might have to eventually share the ring with.
Except for Chris Bay, because he don't even know that Chris
like
Bay
you over there talking smack to Damian Priest. I was like, if you have to be in the ring with Damian Priest, that man's gonna give you receipts left and right. And you can't whoop Damian Priest ass. That ain't happening. You can't whoop Damian Priest's ass. Trust me on that one. You ain't gonna be able to do that. You probably can whoop. You can probably whoop. Let me think. Whose ass you can probably whoop? Maybe the ref. The ref.
Wow.
You could probably whoop.
They train too.
I don't think the refs could, because the refs be them bumps.
They train too.
You can maybe the kendo stick, but a lot of them wrestlers they can whoop your ass, and so you shouldn't be arguing with them. Unless you're gonna like later down the road say, I was just playing, I was just, trying to get my promo thing started, you know what I'm saying? But you can try, but I'm pretty sure once you get in that ring, they gonna give you them receipts. They gonna give you a nice receipt. And you're gonna be mad. You're gonna be really, you're gonna be throwing up some signs.
Well, no, it's you hear it where like celebrities or people who talk shit, they walk in and it's like they think these guys are gonna go easy, and it's like what Janae's saying. I may accidentally kick you in the face full force with my boot and be like, oh, my bad, but no one's going to say anything because the fans would be like, oh, we know what he did. We know what he did that for.
You know what? Go to AEW, Bow Wow. Just go to AEW.
No, don't. No.
ROH. Go to
between
ROH.
him and that, I blame fucking Snoop Dogg for that, because ever since he did that lame ass frog splash, now everybody wants to be a wrestler.
You know what's so funny? When he did his frog splash, it kind of reminded me of a little puppy jumping into the pool. How they just like spread eagle and just go.
Shit, Sasha responded talking about something. We gotta work on that.
Yo. So Rhea Ripley.
Plus your cousin Sasha.
Rhea Ripley.
I love her.
Charlotte.
I love her.
She's supposed to debut soon.
Shout out to Rhea Ripley. I'm happy she's going to Raw.
For real.
I know a lot of people are like, no, put her on SmackDown. No, Raw needs Rhea Ripley. Raw needs her.
Rhea Ripley.
But see, I want her to go for the title at WrestleMania, but I'm worried that would just push her to the sky instantly. And I
wouldn't mind it because I don't see her winning.
Neither.
And ain't nobody really there that you want to see as a singles.
But she had her match at WrestleMania last year and lost, and it feels like Vince is gonna try to put a lot on her just because she did.
Sasha had losing WrestleManias back to back to back.
Period.
She hasn't even won a WrestleMania.
Yeah, that don't mean nothing. She hadn't won. It don't matter.
Charlotte. This isn't about Rhea Ripley, but shout out to Asuka. I hope she's okay. She took a gnarly kick from Shayna.
That was to her shoulder.
No,
they played it on Raw Talk. That was to her shoulder.
Wow, Marion.
She lost the 2 teeth, though.
Huh?
She lost the tooth. Like, part of it actually kicked her in her face.
Yeah.
That's probably the back.
Oh, shit, for real?
Yeah, so if you look at the video in slow-mo, a good chunk of Shayna's foot hit her shoulder, but the side of Shayna's foot after hitting her shoulder and coming up actually nailed her in her face. And that's why you see Shayna immediately go down and kind of hold her close because she was asking her if she's okay.
Yeah.
I saw where Shayna and her were kind of like holding each other.
Yeah, Shayna was asking her if she's okay, and that's when Charlotte gave Asuka the big boot, you saw the ref run over and check her. So yeah, the initial kick hit her in the shoulder, but then when Shayna was coming up from hitting her in the shoulder with her foot, nailed her right in the face.
Damn.
Yeah, I saw.
At least it's better than the way Cesaro lost his teeth. Holy shit.
Ooh, God. That had to happen. They finished the match.
The fact that's happened to me before, my teeth went.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's what happened. They had to pull him back down and put in braces.
And he finished the match too. I would have been like, I'm done.
Right.
That's right, Russell with that mouth guard.
He's tough.
Yeah.
After
that, he had that mouth, but he had to get his mouth wired shut too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Rhea do
and he was still wrestling.
It's funny.
That person you can you let her borrow your car and she'll come back for 3 days with it.
No, the fuck it's not.
Oh.
I'll whip that big.
You know what's?
I don't care.
The funny thing about Cesaro is that after it happened, he's backstage with Sheamus, and he's got his mouth open, and it's like you see the teeth missing, and Sheamus is just looking at him like, "Why are you proud of this?" Like the disapproving dad.
He was happy.
I would have been crying like, "Give me some pain."
Oh, you had a blast.
Something. Give me a line of.
Probably was on some pain pills at that point. Jesus. That's a good picture of her.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm upset because I missed Raw. I'm probably going to miss NXT. Then I'm going to Tennessee on Friday, so I won't be able to see SmackDown.
Oh, no.
You missed the awesome Monday.
Well, she's very pretty.
I love her haircut. I think it's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But I'm gonna go because
I just don't want
to go to work tomorrow.
Bye, Janae.
So y'all keep it tight. Shout out to Tiff. Shout out to Don. Shout out to Aaron. Shout out to Alexis. Shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Turn her mic off. She's clearly drunk.
I am not drunk. It's just been a tiring day. Shout out to Tennessee. I'm gonna be in Crossville. Whoop whoop.
She over it.
Oh, that's like an hour away.
Yeah,
we can meet up for lunch.
An hour, girl. It's an hour. That's an hour.
Yeah.
You can meet her. You ain't got nothing to do.
We only have one car, and the car we have, it doesn't belong to me.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're getting an Airbnb in Crossville. But anyways, y'all have a good night. I'll talk to y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Now, the only thing I worry about Rhea is that Vince is going to do the same thing he did to her that he did to Shayna, because she doesn't look a certain way. He doesn't think that she would sell or people would be interested in her. And I'm just like,
no, I think Vince is starting to come to his senses that there's nothing that he can do about the way things are going. Times are changing, and he's gotta. Y'all
gotta listen to Renee's podcast. She had it uploaded today with Shayna. So the way she said that Vince actually likes her, and he liked the way that she wrestles, because nobody is doing it what she wanted to, missile drop kicks and all that. He told her, no, you gonna go out there and twist the girl arm, be brutal like that, and that's how you gonna conduct yourself.
See,
and that's how she went.
That's why I love her.
But he don't have a problem with Shayna and her look. I think that
he likes Shayna.
I think he just has an issue with pulling the trigger on the newbies like that. Because everybody, it's like when you take risk in business, yes, you have to, in order for your business to flourish and to make necessary changes. But you have, even though Vince McMahon is trash, we all know that he knows the business more than anybody. So for him, in his mind, he know Becky is the girl. Becky is the girl. Even when she come back, she gonna be the girl. So he just was like, maybe it's not the right time to pull the trigger yet. You know what I'm saying? Let's give Becky a little bit more, and then we can move on from there. I think very soon there's gonna be, if you have to change. If you don't change it, especially with the network executives at USA Network breathing down their motherfucking neck like dragons, there's no way they're gonna survive on USA Network, and NBC Universal gonna keep pushing their shit. There's no fucking way.
True. I'm gonna head out, y'all, because I actually have to go do mom stuff in the morning. So yay!
Bye, Alexis.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. Bye.
Nicole, you still there? She might be out.
Roman Reigns account. What did I just say? I said Renee uploaded a podcast today.
Yes.
And he said that she said that he likes her. He does not have a problem with her MMA style. He wants her to wrestle in her MMA style. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. What I miss?
I lost him. I'm still thinking about Contra and that first fireball. Man, that's burned into my memory.
There we go.
Yeah.
It cut out.
Oh, Tears is back. Oh, I hate washing makeup brushes. I got a whole bag of makeup brushes downstairs that need to be washed, and I'm thinking about just throwing them away. If I do, I'm gonna get in trouble. It's
How
the
long
worst.
I stay on? Baby,
I might be on for another 30 minutes.
We go on till the party don't stop.
I love Shayna. I always have. I think she's incredible.
Very.
I'm honored to have been here for the TED Talk.
You're welcome.
What I meant was he's not a big fan of the MMA style in wrestling. That's not true.
Did
If it were true,
say?
she wouldn't be there. Ronda Rousey wouldn't have been there.
Exactly.
Jessamine Duke wouldn't be there. Marina wouldn't be there. CM Punk wouldn't have been there. There are many people who have an MMA background who are there. That is not true. That's just simply not true. It just isn't.
Y'all saying he not a fan because she not champion? Well, she is champion. She not. I wouldn't even say women's champion because at this point the title holds the same weight.
He didn't miss anything. If y'all want to see an insane match, just search. I can't say her name. Oh, it's Io Shirai versus Pentagon Dark at Lucha Underground. Really? I was just sitting here looking at Impact, and they had Beer Money on there, and I love Beer Money. It was Beer Money versus Decay for the tag team championships, and that shit was brutal as fuck. I was like, oh my god, they got tax in this nigga back. They pinned him with the tax in his back.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh no, no ma'am.
Well,
so now I done did all the stuff I was supposed to talk about today.
I'm gonna go. Thank you for having me on.
Bye. It's just gonna be me done.
Though.
Bye.
No problem. Bye.
Well.
Per the usual.
Yes.
It's usually being done anyway. I hate washing makeup brushes. The only I did it because I may or not put some makeup on tomorrow. I hate washing brushes, but I have to wash brushes because I have a couple videos I have to film within the next couple of weeks. Plus, if I don't wash my brushes and if I use them, they break me out. So.
Yeah, Booby he could have stayed away anyway.
Booby Ashley wouldn't have come back if Vince didn't like MMA. I mean, Brock Lesnar has an MMA background and he's there. So, did y'all hear Cornette say he does like to because she reminds him of Rio? What?
Yeah, he doesn't. He does like Io because she reminds him of Rio. Who said that?
Cornette. He likes Io because she reminds him of Rio. He doesn't. Okay. In what capacity? Because I'm very confused by that. Io Shirai and Rio don't have nothing in common. No wrestling style, no nothing. I don't understand it.
They don't even look alike.
No. He's never mind. Are you talking about Bobby Lashley? Jim Cornette is trash. He said Rio ruined women's wrestling. No, she didn't.
How'd she do that?
That's what it is. Do they have nothing in common? Okay. Well, they really don't. Rio doesn't have anything in common with Io Shirai. They don't even wrestle the same. There's nothing about Rio that says Io Shirai. She said the queen of all things random and simple is here. No photography, please. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny has entered the chat. Yes.
Okay.
Make it hot. Stupid.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh. He's never liked women's wrestling. He has no room to talk. I don't listen to Jim Cornette, so I don't know. Joey was asking about you. Joey was asking about you. We ain't talking about nothing now. We gonna let the comments do the conversation because Donnie came in late.
Yeah.
We had already talked and did all of that, and I think Nicole fell asleep.
What y'all say about Charlotte?
We was talking about how people was, dogging Charlotte out because Charlotte has her father's robe. She wears her robes and the music, and she woos. And I said, well, how come Charlotte's not allowed to do that? But little Miss Natalia can do it. Natalia calls herself the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Who said that? Her uncle, Bret Hart. Same colors that they wear, got the symbols that her daddy wore on his uniform. She has the same thing. I'm just trying to understand why is it not okay for Charlotte, but it's okay for Natalia? That's all. I just want to understand.
People don't think that she can still build her name up while still upholding her legacy.
That was the point. And that's what I was saying. And I was just like, I don't understand why she's not allowed to embrace her father's legacy and be proud of that. Why does she? What does she have to do? She's supposed to start from scratch. She was starting from scratch in NXT.
Exactly.
Because she didn't go by Charlotte Flair in NXT. She was just Charlotte in NXT. So I'm confused. I'm like, y'all gotta give Charlotte a break. And then I'm like, y'all don't say nothing to Dolph Ziggler. Y'all know damn well Dolph Ziggler is a carbon copy of Shawn Michaels. The only difference is Shawn Michaels actually put conditioner in his hair.
Yeah, but not that Charlotte can't do it because she can. I think is she made the amendment. She made it adamant. Jesus Christ. Put my glasses on. That she wants to be Charlotte and not Ric Flair, which is perfectly fine.
And but I'm not attacking what Charlotte wants to do or what she wants to be. It is the fans who pull Charlotte apart. When you look at Charlotte, the first thing that people say when they're dead set against her is she's using her father's name for clout. She doesn't have her own identity. She literally took Ric Flair's identity, and that's how she's become Charlotte Flair. They don't acknowledge anything that she's done. Everything has to be about Ric Flair. And the reason why I brought it up is because on Taylor's Instagram page, his body bitch page, he posted a fan's retweet of WWE.com posting a quote of her talking to her father last night on Monday Night Raw. And the retweet, the fan said, well, maybe you should stop wearing the robe, stop wooing, and, don't use the Flair last name, and maybe you'll get out of Ric Flair's shadow. And that's just not right. Because nobody says anything to Randy Orton, and he uses his father's last name. His father was Cowboy Bob Orton. He also had Cowboy Bob Orton's father was a wrestler too. I mean, when you're a second and third generation wrestler and you're coming into the game, you're gonna be compared to the people who came before you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So why not walk in the footsteps?
I get what she means. She want to be established, but she can't be established when you keep popping up every goddamn 3 months.
And that's the point.
Like I be saying.
If you want to do that, then you need to drop the Ric Flair aesthetic, which just so happens to be the robes, the music, and the wooing.
And
I
she can't
disagree.
change the music. She can change the music.
I disagree. I think she can have all of that and still be Charlotte Flair.
Because she took Flair off her robes. They just say Queen.
I don't fully agree with, but I can understand why people would feel that way. I don't like it because they don't give Natalya the same smoke. The only thing they say about Natalya is that she's born and she needs to retire.
Same about Tamina.
They don't give her the same smoke, and she lives through her father's legacy, through her entire family's legacy. Natalya embodies that, and she's allowed to do that. She should do that. That's a proud legacy to have. Nobody says that any of that shit to the Von Erichs. The Von Erichs are literally one of the first families of wrestling, and nobody says any of that shit to them. They don't say that to the Anoa'i family, which is all of the Samoan wrestlers in WWE aside from Samoa Joe. They don't say any of that shit to them. So it's not fair. Shawn Michaels also got haircuts. You can't say that about Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler got his haircut before.
A long fucking time ago.
He
That was
cut
like
his hair.
2011.
He cut his hair and it was short, and he didn't color it. And he came out one time on SmackDown and it was cut and it was dark brown, and he had a dark brown beard, and I did not know who the fuck he was.
I didn't either. When I said, who is that?
I was like, who is this new dude coming out to Dolph Ziggler's music? My husband was like, that's Dolph. I'm like, no, it ain't.
He should kept it. But he's so fascinated with this long, blonde, dusty, fried hair.
Period. But Dolph has no relation to Shawn, not justifying, just saying that. No, he doesn't have any relation, but it does correlate. It's okay for another person who idolizes somebody to utilize their aspects of their character and make it their own, from the way he comes out there to his music, to the colors he uses, to how he moves in the ring, his entire moveset, his persona, everything. He's allowed to take all of that and make that into Dolph Ziggler. But Charlotte's not allowed to embody her father. She's not allowed to idolize him. She's not allowed to use that. I don't understand. I see nothing wrong with generational wrestlers using the platform or blueprint their families have made. I mean, it's either that or it dies away. In my mind. I just think all the people who complain about Charlotte are going to be the same ones talking about they miss her when she's done with wrestling. And that's a word. Just saying. What y'all think about Austin Theory's cute little outfit last week on NXT? I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about because I didn't get to watch NXT last week. What outfit?
He had this outfit on like he was on vacation.
What the? Why?
Yeah,
why was he wearing them drawers? What happened?
It wasn't draws though. It was what happened. It was Candice and Indy having a match against Ember and Shotzi, and the white van pulled up. What's his name was on this? Johnny Gargano was on the side. So when the white van pulled up, they showed on the screen. He went out there to go find him, and he found him, and they brought him back out. He had on like vacation clothes. Had on this crop top with these swim trunks, socks and slides on, but he was zip tied. And he was like, "No, everything's fine. I'm okay. I'm great. You know, I'm amazing. I'm doing fine."
What? With your hands zip tied?
His hands was zip tied. I think his feet was zip tied too. It was so much
bizarre. It sounds bizarre.
Yes. What I don't like, with a fanny pack too. Can't forget about the fanny pack. What I don't like is that they treating these people like they kids. That's what's bothering me about this whole ordeal.
Oh, that's bizarre as hell.
You talking about when he was with Vicky? I think that was around that time.
No, it was not. It was before that.
Oh,
Because
I
when
just
he was
remember
with
he had.
Vicky, Dolph had blonde hair.
Yeah, because he had grew back out at that point.
It was
Right.
platinum blonde at that. So it wasn't when he was with Vicky.
Oh, dog, the days when Dolph Ziggler was good. Charlotte can do what she wants, but she can't say you want to be your own and be doing and are doing things that are reminiscent of your father. But on the flip side, she's damned if she doing, damned if she do. Yeah, true. I mean, outside of the aesthetics, she don't wrestle like them. Only thing she do is the natural selection.
Well, I don't remember right off recall her saying that she wasn't taking aspects of her father. She freely admitted that. She said, "Let me be Charlotte Flair, not let me be Ashley Flair." She said, "Let me be Charlotte Flair." She was very clear that yes, she appreciated everything he gave her, but she wants to be Charlotte Flair. She doesn't want to be Ric Flair's daughter. There's a difference.
They forgot about the first part of that speech she did. She said, "I want to uphold the legacy."
That's what she said. So yes, she has aspects of her father in her character. You can clearly see that. But she's not saying I don't need your character and your character work to be Charlotte Flair. She says I don't need your ass out here in my shit while I'm trying to be Charlotte Flair. That's
Right,
the
basically, stay out my
distinction.
damn business.
Like, let me do what I'm doing. Let me be me.
The same thing The Rock was saying.
That's it. That's not her telling her father that she don't need anything from him or she didn't need what he built. She clearly made it clear that I just want to be Charlotte Flair. That means I want to be the robes, the wooing, I want to do the walk. I want to do all that. I want to be, if I have to be the dirtiest player in the game, but I want to be 13-time WWE champion, Grand Slam champion, Charlotte Flair. That's what that means. That's not hard to understand. So I didn't. It doesn't correlate with me when you bring up the fact that she has aspects of her father because she never said that she didn't want him or want all of the stuff that he gave her. That's not what she said. She literally stood there and thanked the man for everything he gave her, but he needs to let her use it without him coming out there and taking over. So that's not a hard concept to understand. What do you think about the drama with Sasha and the other girl?
Nothing.
And Sasha stole her look and everything. What is your opinion?
That was so 2 weeks ago. You gotta go back 2 weeks and watch that video.
It's a whole video for that up that you could watch if you want, but I'll talk about it. I don't have a problem with talking about it. Um, her name is Keira Hogan. And I am starting to believe that Keira Hogan was a fan of Sasha Banks early on in her career. She
Still
ran
is.
into Sasha in the airport or she ran into her somewhere. And because Sasha didn't want to sign something that she pushed her way or something like that, I can't say for definitively for sure, but that's how it's coming across. Like she was a fan. She tried to, get like, hey, I'm a big fan of yours. And Sasha kind of was like rebuffing her advances, if that makes sense. I mean, to an extent, I can understand how you could say, well, she was being a bitch to me. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, let's look at it this way. If you get off a plane, right? And you're getting ready, you just got done working and you're slamming on the Mac for 4 hours every day. After you get done doing that, you're tired, you get on the plane, you got to move on to the next city. Because, first of all, you got to get into your hotel, you got to get some sleep, then you got to get up, go practice, prepare for the next night. Like, you ain't going to be in the best of moods. So maybe Kira caught her on some days where she just wasn't having a good day. People are human beings. You have to learn how to let stuff go. Keira seems to have carried this narrative all the way into her own career, which I think is a big mistake. In my mind, I would have not internalized it so much to the point where I'm out here taking. I wore black yesterday and then she wearing black today. Y'all see the coincidence? No, bitch, we don't. People wear black every day. If you're going to do that, then every 50, the rest of the millions of people who wore black that day, you could talk about them too. Nothing about your outfits was even close.
At all.
And then you go to the hair where people like stealing my hair. Look at Ember Moon, she stole my fire hair. No, bitch, she didn't. She didn't steal your girl on fire gimmick. Because an announcer says Ember Moon is on fire, that's stealing your gimmick. It's like if I give you an inch, bitch, you take 50 miles. I don't get it. And it doesn't do anything for you. It takes you nowhere. And it's just like, are you even gonna try? Like, are you even gonna try to just simply mind your own damn business? You understand what I'm saying?
That girl's
Like,
a fan.
Just mind your own business.
That girl follow her dog and her husband, but don't follow her. That's weird.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just you just gotta get it together.
She's an ass J. That's Jackass with a J at the end for y'all who didn't catch it. Even Janet still couldn't get away from Michael.
I don't understand that. I never saw Janet as Michael's sister. I always saw her as her own artist.
Miss Jackson, if you're nasty, baby.
Right. And she had a legacy. She got a legacy that she set all on her own.
Yeah. But
that's outside of her brother. She's an icon in her own right. So I've never saw them as one was higher than the other, because I just felt like Michael was out before her, so they're not on equal playing fields in that regard. But I always felt like Janet was the yin to his yang. That's just how I saw it.
Yeah. I mean, it's good that they both was able to get out there and do the same thing and still be very successful at the same time. Sasha stands. I like the most vicious fans you ever come across. Yeah.
I 100% agree. I 100% agree. When I posted that video of Keira Hogan and Sasha, I never said anything bad about Sasha in that video, nor did I say anything bad about Keira Hogan. However, a stan came on the page and was just like, "Oh, shut the fuck up. Sasha Banks' outfit was fire." No, bitch, it was not. No, it wasn't. The bitch had on pleather shorts.
It's giving me minuscule vibes.
With calf length boots. No, ma'am. And it was jet black leather. And you coming out there looking like milk. I'm sorry. It was not cute. Shoot me. I don't care. It wasn't cute. You're not going to force me to say it was cute. It wasn't cute. Then you be like, just because you can't wear it, bitch, I don't want to. That's what you don't seem to understand. You and I are not here. You're worried about what Sasha Banks is doing, and in my mind, when Sasha Banks goes and turns off the TV and take her ass to the back, Tiffany turned off her TV and go about her business. I don't give a fuck about what Sasha Banks is doing. That's not my life. I don't sit up and look at her page and wonder where she's going. I'm not cosplaying as Sasha Banks every day. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. But don't come on my page and attack me because I said something of that an opinion of what she wore. Y'all was compared. The comparison was their outfits. Keira Hogan shit looked like she ordered it from Fashion Nova. And that's not a compliment. It was cheap. It looked like it cost about $15. Her boots looked like they was more expensive than the outfit. And that's not a compliment either because the boots look cheap too. When you look at Sasha Banks' outfit, she looked like
Pretty Little Thing.
It just was not. It was not giving what it was supposed to give. In the words of Kenny, okay, it was not giving what it was supposed to give. I thought the outfit would have been nice if it was maybe a pleather pencil skirt, or if it was a pair of pants. Sasha is short, so for her to wear shorts like that, and they wasn't with no thigh high boots, which that would have served. If you came out there with some thigh high boots and them kind of shorts, that would have been fire. I'd have been like, look at Sasha out here tearing the girls out. But Bianca ate her ass up and she paid her shit. So if I don't like something, it's because I don't like it. And I don't have to. If you like it, then boo-boo, you do you. But I didn't like the outfit. And I still don't. I still don't like it.
They're all the same. Sasha's dance. Can't join for the last 10 minutes. No, it's my time.
They're all biased. I have my favorites, Bailey and Seth, but I know Seth isn't better than some people. I won't say he is just because he's my favorite. I don't know why Sasha chose that outfit that day. Normally she comes out really amazing clothes, but that day just wasn't her day.
Yeah, it's giving me skinny middle school vibes. Good. But I will say that Seth is one of the top people in top wrestlers.
That is not a question. That is the facts. Seth Rollins is one of the best wrestlers in the business.
Yes.
Period.
I mean, at 2019, I could care less about any wrestler because everybody was having the same match. It was terrible.
Yeah. If you like the outfit, that's fine. I'm not clocking you for liking it. Just don't come on my page and tell me to shut the fuck up, or tell me I need to mind my own business, or you coming on my page attacking me because you don't like something that I said. Because that's why the YouTube exists. You got a platform of your own, bitch. If you want to go and make a whole video praising Sasha Banks and what she wear, then bitch, by all means, live your best life. But don't come at me because I don't like something the hell had on. Because little boy Blue can get it gone some. Shit. Didn't get this work.
Put that money back. It's crazy. Oh, they took that money out for that ride. I better stop playing with me, Uber. Don't play games with me.
Yeah, I'll put this downstairs, baby. So
it's just crazy that all this drama started because of an outfit.
It really didn't. It happened way before that. She had been going at Sasha for a while for her hair.
When Sasha came back with blue hair.
When she came back with blue hair, that's when she started attacking her.
She said, this bitch will copy me.
Right. And it amplified when she, gained them tag team championships through Impact. Oh, Sasha paid her attention.
Sasha paid attention. She posted.
Sasha got her on her social media.
She posted that shit and deleted it.
She thought that she was a fan cosplaying as her.
She might as well be.
And so she posted it and with the rest of the cosplaying fans.
I mean, to Keira Hogan's credit,
you couldn't really see her face.
That's the only thing I would give her. She had the blue hair first. But wasn't nobody looking at you. She did not look at you and say, "Oh, I want that blue hair."
If she claimed that Sasha was watching her stories and she been, stealing her style and sneak watching her stories and stealing her style. I'm like, there's like 80,000 Sasha Banks stan accounts, right?
Right. If you're gonna be mad. Me and Yim have blue hair too, bro. Like, shut up.
Oh no! She said it's blue hair, and a lot of people have blue hair. I'm like, okay, so why are you mad that Sasha got it?
Because they asked me and they said, "How you feel about this?" She was like, she said, Sasha looks great. I'm not. It's hair. It's hair. It's not a big deal. I don't
understand why people are asking that. I can change my hair color to anything.
That's the only thing. But to say she copied, no. If you look at Sasha, you can always tell that her next color is in the back of her head. In some way, shape, or form, her next color is in her hair.
And it's black. Because that's the color that's coming down now. Is that black?
and you could just tell like it's not hard. So when she did that red and she had like fuchsia in the back of her head, she went fuchsia. She went from fuchsia, had purple in the back of her head, she went purple. From that purple, she had blue streaks in the back of her head, then she went blue. Like, you dumb little bitch. You shut up.
I think that her outfit would have benefited with the pants if she had wore pants with it and those clear black shoes that she used to wear. I thought that would have been better for her specifically. If she had wore those shorts and put on a pair of thigh-high like boots, I would have been like, that's cute. If she had on some boots like what Bianca wore, but closer up, so because it just cut Sasha off. The whole outfit, it just cut. I just didn't like it. But that doesn't mean she was gonna go in the back and change it because I said I don't like it.
I'm just a little bit ghetto. Keira
Like,
needs to
damn,
focus on Dusty. Him that Dusty with.
not
Yeah,
Dust.
I like Keira's. I mean, I don't like the part in it.
That part is
That
atrocious.
part is like too big. That's like the Nile River in the middle of her head. But the wig is cute. Would she be doing her little styles and stuff? Those are cute.
Her
But
hair
that
color
part
is
in her
bomb.
head, yeah, that
Whoever
part
colors her
is
hair,
no.
they do a good job.
And then you know, shout out to Tasha Steele to being a ride or die, but bitch, you stupid too.
Yes.
Cause you gonna get in there looking like a clown too. Who
And
botches
I'm
on
like,
a
if you
suicide dive? A lot
you
of
should have
people
just
do.
stayed out of it. I can get started if you send me the picture. If you had to just like, I'm just saying, like, I can understand it better if y'all were in the same company and y'all were feuding. You could attempt that, and then people would still be at your neck, and then you could just, play it off like it's kayfabe. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But y'all not even close in the same company. Like, you're not
Okay.
even in AEW. You're in Impact.
Like Naomi said, you have what I want. I have my career. You don't.
Ooh. So I'm just like,
Definitely one of them.
just
Yeah.
the only thing I'll say about Keira, and then we can move on, is this. Keira is not a bad wrestler. I've seen her wrestle before in Wild Wrestling, and I've seen her wrestle in Impact. She's not a bad wrestler, and neither is Tasha Steelz. But you'll never get ahead trying to tear someone else down. And always remember that when you do shit like this in life, that kind of stuff come back on you tenfold. So remember the day where you sitting up attacking someone online and attacking them for trying to steal something from you that you have no ownership of. It's not right. And it really doesn't do anything for you but make you look like a bitter ass bitch. When you could just be biding your time and you just became tag team champion in Impact. You understand that companies still look at what you're doing. They're still looking at you. So if you leave, you might be a commodity for NXT. That's your foot in the door in WWE. Or you could go to AEW and possibly help their women's division because Lord knows they need it.
Okay.
But you too busy out here causing a ruckus and making noise about shit that don't matter.
Stuff does not get you nowhere. Nobody looking at
It's not gonna do nothing for you. I would never. I wouldn't even be worried about this shit. The only thing I would be concerned with is getting my ass to the top of the industry,
you. You
and
know what
having
feels
a tag
like
team title
that?
to Impact is a start.
Now that Sasha about to be like, switching to business mode and probably helping out with recruiting people, maybe you wouldn't see the light of day. Just because you want to run your mouth, think somebody's stealing your style.
Right.
It's bad business. Like,
I'm checking Tirza. Hold on. I'm gonna follow. I need it. It's just unnecessary. Is all.
mm-hmm.
All right. So now what we gonna talk about? Because I'm finna go in a minute.
I just want to say I'm very happy that Rhea is going over to Raw.
Of course. Where else would she be going?
I don't know. They might have sent her ass to SmackDown for all I know. I don't know.
It's too many names on SmackDown.
She don't need to be on SmackDown. I mean, it would have been fine to put her there, but Raw needs her more than SmackDown does.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why I'm glad she's going Raw, because Raw needs more people.
Well,
more women.
They need more people too. Shit, Raw is struggling.
Period. The whole
Across
damn
the board. Across the board, they struggling.
We don't believe you. You need more people.
You know, I think it just this pandemic hit hard.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was like a whole tag division.
Wrecked.
That was.
And even during this pandemic, the Lucha House Party still can't get their titles.
Babe, can you open the door, please?
You said what?
I said, even throughout all of this, Lucha House Party still can't get them titles. Look, why keep having the rest if you ain't gonna give it to them? You know what?
They ain't been on all 3 shows and ain't got a title yet.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, give it to them already. There's no crowd. You can pipe in the sound. You can make it seem like it's like, woohoo. Who cares? Just give them
titles. They'll give it to them because it's only what? It's only them and
It's only them New Day, Retribution, and the Hurt Business.
And that's it. Ain't nobody else really to look at.
Exactly. And New Day been champion hella times. Retribution could go sit down somewhere, and the Hurt Business are the current champions. Just give them the title.
They probably about to break Retribution up. I don't know.
I hope they do.
I think they are breaking Retribution up.
I thought they was gonna break up last week. I was like, say it. Then he went out the ring. I was like, this is that bullshit I be talking about. Like, you know what? I'm done with you people. Fuck you. Well, you can't say fuck you. This is a family show. But
yes, he can. They can bleep it out.
Nah, they be cursing these days.
Shit, I do it.
Nah, he said fucking on TV.
Yeah, then she talk about a hole.
Now they just go on the road. Now you don't care.
The poor baby hole. That poor baby's hole.
That's so wrong.
Toe her hole up, honey.
Practice. I want to stick my boot so far up your hole. Like, whoa, baby.
That's what she get. Shit. I was real quiet after that. She was like, girl, I know you didn't mention my hole.
I'm like, girl, you said to me, I'm going to rock your whole world.
You ignorant.
And I'm very happy that Natty and Tamina are a team because I like that. I know they're going to win nothing, but I like it.
They may.
Well, I'm hoping that they'll win something, but I know deep down the odds are that they most likely won't.
He said the odds are not in your favor.
They are. Especially with Tamina, she can't never win nothing.
This might be her shot.
I hope it is.
Hey, damned if it is, damn if it ain't.
Ugh. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm finna show y'all tears. Tears are always trying to shut somebody down, honey.
And good night, Kylie.
Always tear somebody out.
Mercedes chose the high road when she left with you. Yes, she did. She knew that shit wasn't going nowhere. She said, nah, bro, I'm out. Leave that shit alone. Don't put me in that.
Everyone have a great night. Bye, Kylie.
Bye, Kylie.
I feel like my jokes would hit better if I said them out loud. Hell no. That's funny.
Oh, because she said, I'm ready for Rhea to... She said, I'm ready for Rhea to rip them apart. That's funny.
Okay, look. So, Tears' outfit is totally different from the outfit that Sasha wore. So, I'm going to show y'all what I mean. So, Tears' outfit is fine. I don't have a problem with this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? This is Sasha's outfit.
Oh, yeah, I hated that.
That was a little weird.
So do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The two don't, they hit different. This right here.
Carmelo's out there looking good.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a little weird.
That's the outfit that I was talking about.
It was.
And that's
I
what
thought
I
it was
was
a
saying.
bodysuit at first, but then I saw her stomach, and I was like,
the top is fine. The top I didn't have a problem with. It's the shorts. Okay? It's the shorts that mother has an issue with. Okay?
For real.
It's them. It's the thigh shorts. Okay? I don't like them. They not crew. But if she had on some thigh-high boots that came up to her thighs, see? Yeah.
Like the
mother would give you the flowers.
Speaking of shoes, I love those shoes that Bianca got on. You can't really see them, but I like them.
Those slouch boots that she was wearing.
Mm-hmm.
Tears said, no.
Sasha was giving witch vibes. Not witch vibes.
Yes, she is.
Girl. You showing
she
her.
Did. You didn't do a lot to do it.
From the right closet. Child, she probably started up one of their drawers. Like, let me borrow that real quick. I like that. Let me see that.
She said, I'm not showing nobody up, I promise. Yes, she did.
Okay, because Carmella be showing her up every other week.
Every time she bring her ass out there.
Except that dress she had on last Friday.
Except when she wore that black dress with them icicle tassels on it.
With that detachable
I didn't like that. I didn't like that dress.
Don't make Sasha mad or she'll turn you into a frog. She's a sorcerer.
I'm over it.
A witch. Witchcraft. All the demons and ghouls.
The way Bianca makes me want to learn how to sew is just unholy.
That's true.
Not me. I'm like, oh, that's nice.
That's
real cute. I like that.
I can sew, but not like that.
Your boyfriend took that picture years before y'all got. Oh, that's cute.
It's a good picture, girl.
He's looking at that picture like my wife.
Right?
That's my wife y'all talking about.
It's a good picture.
It is a good picture.
She'll always be shutting it down, though.
She do.
Especially every time I see her, she looks amazing.
That Rhythm Nation dance, I like that.
Right?
I wish I could dance like that. I can't dance like that.
I can't dance either. I can barely walk without busting my ass.
Jesus Christ.
I am very good.
Clumsy.
I'm very great at Just Dance. So
he said, I'm gonna learn one day.
So don't try me and Just Dance because you will get your feelings hurt.
I'm gonna Just Dance for my what was it, for my Switch? And I put that shit on my mantle, and I had it cast to my TV in the basement one day. I was so goddamn tired after doing that Katy Perry Hot and Cold song. I said, bitch, this shit is hard. I'm so tired. Shut them hoes down. She got to singing You Hot and You Cold. I said, wait a minute. Wait. A little white girl on the screen just going off. I said, wait, it's a 1-2 somewhere. You got to count. So I know where I'm going. I played that song 3 times till I got it right. I was so goddamn tired. I said, oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Let me play that back. I like that. Let me just get on
my knees
real quick.
And then I don't like it because on the Xbox, when you had the Xbox bar, it records you and shit.
It depends because a lot of Xboxes bars stopped working, so they just stopped making them.
Yeah.
So that you can use your phone as a controller on the Xbox. That's what I.
Yeah, and I was embarrassed one day.
You dropped your phone?
No, that damn I still got his bar actually, and it never stopped working. It was fine.
Must be nice.
But I left it up there, and it activates on its own and records. So I'm up there just going off, and then the thing play it back. I said, "What the fuck?" I said, "No, ma'am, turn this shit off. Turn it off. I don't want to see that."
That's funny.
But it's fun though. I like Just Dance. It keep you together.
King, you know, Psych Design World Champion and Dancer of the Week 2 times. So, not to brag or anything, but I am doing the thing.
Marry that man if you want to. No pressure. I'm sure Tirza is happy with her boyfriend. He seems to be a nice guy. He treat her right. She talk about him all the time. So as long as he ain't doing her wrong, he can do what she want. I used to sew ribbons and elastics on my point shoes and some of my dance gear for performances, but never to Bianca's extent. Like,
all I can do is stitch a hole together.
I can sew, and my father taught me how to make like the lines and stuff on the sewing machine. He's very good at it, so he taught me how to do that. I was trying to get him to teach me how to make the clothes. Period. He taught me how to cut out patterns and all of that, so I do know how to do that. But I be wanting to do intricate shit. Like I wanted to make my prom dress and have ruffles and shit in it. He was like, "Look, all I know is cut the pattern out and you can get this. I don't know nothing about I don't know nothing about no damn ruffles and shit. That's a whole other thing. You got to take your ass to Joanne Fabrics and take some classes." I'm like, "Daddy, come on, man. Like, just teach me how to do it."
He's definitely gonna be my husband one day. So okay, girl, you better get your man.
He already got him. Hell, he ain't going nowhere. He gonna be the biggest king and queen. That's where they go. I can print designs and iron them on, and that's it. Oh Lord, have mercy. Do y'all know how to hem your pants?
No.
Oh,
you don't know how to hem your pants?
Oh, how to tuck your pants in?
Okay, first of all, I don't really wear pants that often. So I don't really need to.
What is you, a 7-day Adventist? What's
back
going
in
on?
My skinny days, I had to take my shorts in a couple times. So
I mean, like if you a hem is basically when something is too long, or the original hem might be broken. So you fold the fabric under on the pants or on the skirt, and you create a new hem in the pants or the skirt.
Yeah, my problem has always been the pants are too short, never too long.
Look, I told you I'm too short now.
I'm short, and I have to
my pants used to be dragging. I'm always like, "Why is your pants got holes in the back?" I said, "Well, I don't know."
Cause you don't hem them.
Cause I'm short.
You got to hem your pants, baby.
So
She said I can sew
pants on my butt, not my height.
Lord have mercy, G.
That's not my fault.
No, Don's 5'8".
I love the Michael Jackson dance, Michael Jackson experience.
Don's short. Don say he's short. I tried to tell him that he's not short, but he said he's
short.
For what?
For me. Shit.
Don is 5'8".
That's not short.
I'm shorter than him. Tirza says she's 5'3".
Am I a female or am I a man?
I thought Tirza was taller than that.
But I mean, that's not that bad, even as a dude.
The average height is 5.
I swear she was taller than that.
No,
so you're off by 1 inch.
I thought she was 5'7".
That's even worse.
When I saw her dancing, I thought she was 5'7".
Since you can sew, can you please fix me some wood?
Since you can sew, can you please fix me some of these wrestling gears? Can I fix some of these wrestling gears? Oh no, baby, I can't sew like that. No ma'am, no sir, no ma'am, Pam.
The
Michael Jackson version was very fun. I've never played that one. I got the new Just Dance. I don't have the Michael Jackson one. I think that one was it was all his songs on there, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of hits.
Yeah. Damn, y'all
Weirdest rumor that I ever heard about Michael Jackson is that he was also Janet Jackson, and I'm like, the fuck?
Who the hell told you that?
No, it was a rumor. I swear
That's
to you.
a stupid
There was
ass
a
rumor.
lot of people. There was a lot of people who believed that Michael was dressing up as a woman.
You ain't gonna. Nope. Nope. You ain't gonna put that kind of slander on this channel. Absolutely not. It's a stupid ass rumor.
I know it's stupid. I was like, how did y'all get there? They're like, they're never in the same room. I'm like, what the hell?
I think I was about I don't think I was like between 7 and 9. I was like, Michael and Janet should marry each other. It won't be hard for them to change their last name. Once it was like my brother and sister, I said, what? I said, that's weird.
Jesus be a fan.
I said, now that you say that, I see the resemblance.
I would not have said that out loud. I would not have said that shit out loud.
That was so many years ago. I can't dance. I'm going to need practice so I don't end up with a prosthetic leg like Tegan and Ours by next month.
Now you ain't have to say that hateful shit. What? I'll be dogging the hell out of Tegan. Leave Tegan alone. No. Yeah. I told Gerard you said he was 5'3". If I got the height wrong, I'm sorry. But I told Gerard he was 5'3", and he said he thought you was taller than that. And I said, I did too. I thought Tirza was at least 5'7". At a minimum. That's what I thought tall. She said, no, I am 5'3". I'm 5'3". Now, the last time I went to the doctor and got my height taken, I was 5'5" even. Because my mom is she's 5'4", I think. I'm taller than my sister, but my sister has a wider wingspan than I do.
Wow. My baby sister's going to be taller than me.
Yeah, your brother was a big dude. She said, I still have mine in the packaging. It just appears that she's taller. I just assumed that you were taller.
Yeah, you do look. You like a stallion. We thought you was a stallion.
Yeah.
And not a little pony.
Oh, God, that itch.
I think my mom is 5'5".
Alexis is very tall. I think Alexis is like,
Alexis is 5'10".
I thought you said she was 5'10".
Yeah, she's very tall.
She's a stallion. A stallion.
Okay, we got a few more minutes, and then we're gonna be out.
All right. Paige returned, and she was. Look, I'm gonna say this. I don't even want to talk about it. I did saw this picture they posted about what was that talking about backstage. It spooked me out a little bit. That's all I'm gonna say. But other than that, I didn't like those jokes. But that one time I saw that picture they posted up there with Renee and Booker T. Yeah, that was a little scary.
Wow, I didn't even know that was a rumor.
That was a rumor.
Yes,
it really was.
I told y'all.
Janet presented him and joked. He said, "See, we're not the same person."
Who thinks that? That's so stupid.
I told you I did not make that up. That was legit a rumor. They really thought
that is so stupid.
Like y'all didn't see Janet on TV?
I mean,
y'all didn't see Janet.
How can you mix them up?
They didn't mix them up.
Janet
they
and
were
Michael were one in the same. Tell little sister 12 and she taller than me, child. I'll be mad. My little brother's taller than me. I don't like that at all.
My baby sister is 5'6". So
me and my brother are around the same height. So
how old is she?
11.
Oh, she ain't done.
No, she's not. I would say, girl, you gonna be a stallion. She like, stop saying that. I said, girl, don't be mad at me. Cause you a fucking Amazon.
I'd rather her be a stallion and be tall.
She like, I can't wait till you talk. I said, I can't wait either because you don't like heels. You like gym shoes. So I'm in your closet.
I'd rather be tall than to be short and dumpy. That's real, keeping it real. And I still wear heels and tower over everybody.
Okay, Maggie.
But I won't walk like Megan. Megan walk like she be crushing stones.
like a
She do.
That's what we need to get in WWE.
She be walking like the world be under her feet. Like she is stomping on bitches' necks. Like, damn, girl, why is you walking so hard? What's wrong with you?
A lot of people call Miranda Cosmo. Y'all better stop talking about Michael Jackson. Tears is gonna
First of all, that's rude. That is so rude.
They was saying that though.
They were saying that. That was
it was like
saying.
a viral video going around. It was like he.
That's wrong.
Because that's when Katie had saw a cosplay of Michael Jackson in Las Vegas.
It's hard for you to find pants. Wait, let me go back. You're 5'8" and it's hard for you to find pants. Okay.
I'm 5'7". It's hard for me to find pants, but that's because I got these thick ass thighs. But anyway.
Girl, you better, first of all, that's where stretchy jeans come into play. Okay, they call them jeggings. That's what you're supposed to be wearing.
I don't.
Or wear the athleisure shit, girl, because that's all everybody else be wearing is straight up athleisure. Don't nobody wear regular clothes no more. They either wear lingeries and and fucking leggings and sports bras all day. Unless you're going out, that's what you put on.
When I was like back in school, my mom would not let me wear like lounge type wear or like sweatpants and stuff to school. I had to like dress like jeans and a shirt like normal every single day. I'm like, lady, can I just go in sweats? Everybody else go in sweats. Some of these people show up in pajamas.
Oh hell no!
I need you to look like something. I'm like, I do look like something. Me.
I used to show up to school in sweatpants. Especially when it was that time of the month. Shit.
She made me wear jeans every single time. The only time I could wear like sweatpants is like after PE when that was like my last class and I would be going home because then she wouldn't care.
Well, your mom ain't gonna tell you what to wear now. Hell, you 20-something years old.
Well, yeah, she don't tell me what to wear now, but back then she did.
My mama didn't care as long as my clothes weren't dirty and I ain't look like a hoe.
I've been in uniform my whole life.
And another weird thing she used to do, she used to not let me wear the color red. I still don't know what that was about.
Why? Because you was a harlot?
No. She just wouldn't let me wear the color red. I'm like, why? And she's like, because I said so. And I'm like, okay.
I told y'all stop talking about Michael Jackson. She gonna shoot y'all. I told y'all.
See, y'all don't listen. I told y'all no slander.
We gonna get the Glock.
Michael Jackson slander. I don't understand that. Why you can't wear red?
Well, now she doesn't care, but back then she would be very, very just strict about the color red, and I'm like, why? Like the only time I could wear it is when I would have to wear it.
Does it make you look like a harlot to wear red?
No, I don't know what the thing was with that.
Whorish.
It would be like a regular shirt, on the best part of your body. Whatever it is, and she would be like, "No, it's red. You can't wear that. Pick another color." And I'm like,
I told you it was whorish.
Okay. They said the color red is for hoes. I don't know why they say that. For me,
I ain't never heard that. But okay.
Whorish. You look like a whore.
Whores used to wear red shirt on. Yeah, because back in the day where somebody was an adulterer. They put a red A on them, so.
Yes, they did. And then they put you to the town hall, you get shamed. Shame!
Whore! Shame! It's hard to play my small ways.
I'm telling you.
Aching, my bronx is tight, my booty shaking from left to right.
Okay.
It's crazy.
I don't like Fashion Nova because Fashion Nova don't never ship their shit in time. And then if something is an error with your order, or something goes bad with it, they don't refund your money. They give you store credit. And I'm like, bitch, I had a hard time getting the shit I ordered the first fucking time.
I've never ordered anything.
Why would I want to go back and order from you again?
I got stuff off Shein.
Shein is pretty good. Pretty Little Things is pretty decent about that. What's another one that's pretty decent about it? It's Pretty Little Things.
Like 98% of my clothes are Shein.
Half of them be like too small.
Yeah, they like Asian sizes.
Yeah, I'm like, if I looked at this shirt, it said large. I said, this is not a large. I said, who is this a large for? Kids? You got a large for me.
I think that let me think. If you are tall, a good place to shop for clothes.
Okay, I gotta go. Yeah, my friends are calling me.
My sister used to shop at a place. What is it? New York and Company, Express. If they still have Express, I think Express is online. They had Express, New York and Company. They had Charlotte Russe. They used to shop at Charlotte Russe all the time. Oh, Donnie's gone.
Yeah, he said a friend was calling him.
Probably going to get him a man. Anyway, it was what else? There was another place that my sister used to shop. But I find that most stores have a tall section. I know for a fact that Forever 21 has one. Zara has one. That's a good place to shop. It's expensive though. Zara, H&M, those are they say it's reasonable and affordable, but I'm sorry, $50 for a shirt is not reasonable and affordable.
Okay? Who the hell is paying $50 for a shirt?
Oh, you be surprised. Bitches go to Zara like that is motherfucking Chanel. Okay.
I see, I'm not doing that there.
That is the Chanel. Oh yeah, you should if you do like it is horror stories that people have with Fashion Nova.
I've seen
like people are like they have like $400 orders and they might get refunded half of it and the rest of it is put in store credit. There was one lady that ordered clothes. Her clothes didn't fit, so she sent it back. And they have a refund policy, and the refund policy says they will refund your order. But they just said because they said one of the outfits had the tag wasn't on there the way that it came. So they told her she can get store credit instead of her actual money.
I remember
like they found some kind of way. Like they found some kind of way to not give you your store credit, like to give you your money back. So it's crazy. Joey always leaving and coming back.
I remember when when like a lot of the people on YouTube were doing like try on hauls for Fashion Nova, and a lot of them were like, "I will never do this again," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, because they had bad experience. Zara's clothes never fit, and H&M clothes never fit. I'm trying to think. Because the girls who are a little bit more, they're hippier on the bottom, but small in the waist, you're going to have a difficult time with fits anyway. But, see, sometimes you have to kind of work around the system a little bit. So the way my mom used to do for my sister was because we all knew how to take care of our clothes. My dad, he used to sew our stuff up for us. So my sister was very tall but lean, but she had a butt, but she didn't have like wide hips like my little sister does. So what my dad would do for her was they would go to the store, and my sister used to wear a 0. Like she used to wear a 0. You know what I'm saying? So she was very small. And my dad would buy her clothes, and sometimes the pants would be a little too big in the waist. So he would have to adjust the waist for her. And he would take in her pants so that her pants would be smaller in the waist, but the pants would still fit in the leg. And he'd be sitting there with his little sewing machine, just sewing the shit away. Like a little Susie homemaker. My mom did a lot of the hemming, and like my father would hem his pants and stuff. But I was like, girl. The most expensive thing I bought from Zara was a leather jacket, and it was $50. The last time I went on Zara's website, they had I was gonna buy my sister an outfit for Christmas because I hate the way my sister dressed because she she's significantly smaller than me and she can wear so much and she dresses like an old school mom and I hate it. So I wanted to buy her an outfit and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to Zara and get it. I keep hearing about Zara. I went on there and they had stuff that wasn't on sale. It was just the regular stuff. And the shirts that I saw were like $50. It was like a $50 for a blouse. It was $75 for a pair of these faux leather pants. And I was just like,
yeah, no.
I'm not paying for this. Like, I mean, I don't mind spending money on my sisters, like that. I really don't. But it was just, I feel like it was overpriced for it to be faux leather. And then I'm like, unless this shirt is made of silk, I'm not paying $50 for no shirt. I'm just not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you get on? You always be on, well, I guess. 10 minutes and I'm out of here. Well, I guess you can.
But like 98% of my clothes is Shein.
I
I don't
don't
know where
shop
the
at
other
Shein. I
2% is
can't shop
from.
at Shein. Oh, that hurt. Ouch.
The funny thing is, my mom would be like, "Why are you always buying stuff from Shein?" Then she bought like maybe like 3 items from Shein. Then she started to buy a lot of stuff from Shein. I'm like, look here, lady, you talk about me, but you done bought more clothes than I ever did.
Oh, Aaliyah said, I'm short waisted, but but my thighs are wide and so annoying. If I was you, I would buy the clothes to fit my thighs. The waist might be a little bigger, but you know what? You could find a tailor to actually take in the waist of your clothes so that you can wear what you want to wear and the fit be right. Sometimes there's no way you're going to find that perfect fit. You might find that with a pair of jeans that are stretchy or something like that. But you might, if you want like that really good pair of Levi's or something like that, and you're like, okay, those relaxed fit or boyfriend jeans are really dope. I want those. But if you notice, like them Instagram model girls, their waists are very, very small, but their hips are very big. There is no way you're going to find jeans that fit you like that unless you find like an Instagram boutique that specializes in that body shape, which there are plenty of them on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram that does that. But you would have to buy your pants, take them to the tailor, and have a tailor size you, and they will adjust your pants to fit. They will cut the waist down so that it fits you, and you can wear the jeans that you want to wear, and it actually fits you nicely. I highly recommend a tailor for pants anyway, because a lot of times when people buy pants, right. A lot of times when people buy pants, the inseam of your pants and that the rising of your pants, which is basically the part where the zipper goes down and in between your legs. That part sometimes be way too low in your pants, and sometimes it's too high. So you'll be sitting there and you're uncomfortable. You're constantly pulling it out of your ass, or you're walking and you don't have a lot of space in between your legs because that part of the jeans is sitting too low. If you go and get your pants, you really go and get your true size from a tailor, you'll be able to shop better. They can help you understand how to buy your clothes for your body shape. Because we shop online, it makes things a little bit more difficult. But also understand, if you understand what you're working with, you'll be a little bit more keen when you shop, and you'll have a better understanding of what you're buying. So it's not hard. You just have to take the extra step to get yourself, what you want. Said I'm a sale bargain shopper and I like my coins. I recommend for everybody, and I know people are gonna be like, "Ew, gross," but I'm I'm dead ass serious. I think that shopping at the Goodwill and thrift stores is probably your best bet. You'll find the most vintage stuff there, and sometimes you can come across designer shit.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want
Hello.
like jeans that
Hi.
you hi Joey, if you want jeans or you want stuff that you're gonna continue to rewash, and spend thousands of dollars on pants. Like, the Goodwill is a good place. Just don't put the shit on from the Goodwill. Like, go home and wash it, because they don't fucking wash it. They don't wash it. I see people do that. They go to the Goodwill and they'll do like a challenge or some shit, and they'll go and put the shit on after they come out the Goodwill. And I'd be like, bitch, no. Like, you have to wash that. They literally get that shit in bins, separate it, hang it up, put it on the rack. They don't watch it. So somebody's booty hole and coochie lips been all over that stuff, and you just put it on. So enjoy. I guess. It's nasty. It's real nasty. Hey, Luzies. Hope y'all had a very, very good day.
I didn't. My mama woke me up like 5 times today for no fucking reason.
You always mad at your mama.
She woke me up 5 times today for no reason. Literally not one reason.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, lady, I would have figured this out when I woke up. She's like, I just want to let you know I washed the clothes. Obviously, they clean and they in the hamper. I know.
Girl.
And then she come in every single time. She don't close the door. It's very irritating.
Well, go get your own house.
I'm working on it.
I'm working on it. Okay.
Anyways, I was watching a show called Hellstrom. I really like it, and it's surprising for me because it has like horror elements in there. And y'all know I don't do horror. I'm a scary ass bitch when it comes to horror shit. I don't do it. I don't do it. But I actually really like this. I said, well, look at that.
I've never seen that movie before, or TV show before. I don't really watch a lot of horror shit. I don't really like it. Won't like it.
It got canceled. They didn't renew it for a second season.
Oh damn!
I was like, the one time I actually like a show that has like this horror shit in it, it get canceled.
I watch shit like Supernatural or Charmed. But if you asking me to sit up and watch like, I watched The Brothers, like I watched Grimm when it was on. But if you ask me to watch shit like Human Centipede or like Saw freaks me out. I got forced into going seeing Saw 5 when I used to live in Valdosta. I did not sleep well that night.
Mm-hmm. That's why I don't be watching that horror stuff, because I'm like, I'm not going to be able to sleep. And like, honestly, I took a break during watching Hellstrom, like, because it's 10 episodes, so at the 5 episode mark, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a break. I went on TikTok and looked at a bunch of baby videos of like that. I gotta counteract the nightmare fuel. I gotta counteract it.
So she had to counter it
so I could sleep, like, so hopefully,
put it away.
And it worked. So
I'm happy. Away.
Horror comedy. I don't really like horror comedy because I think
it was good. It was.
For me, if I was ever in a horror situation, ain't shit funny. I'm running for my life.
I ate like 4 pieces. Every time I make it, I'm doing that. Every time. Anyway, I don't like horror movies. Horror movies freak me out. Especially horror movies that have to do with demons.
See, Hellstrom is all about demons.
No.
It's demons, the skull.
No, I mean like demons like Insidious or shit like Paranormal Activity. Shit like that. Like
people being possessed and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
It got
like The Exorcism of Emily Rose and Like shit like that. Like that shit. I don't mess with that. No, I'm not welcoming that kind of shit in my house. Nope. It be just my luck when my motherfucking ass had a fucking demon in here. Nope. Nope. I'm like, nope. I get my grandma in here. She be done put all the blessed oil all over this place. I ain't got time for that.
Because I was watching the very first episode, I was like, oh, this is that demon shit. I don't do the demonic shit, Lord. But it was good, so I kept watching.
That's why I don't watch Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I don't like that. I don't like that show either.
So you don't like scary movies?
No, I don't watch scary movies. That ain't something. Only thing remotely close to scary that I have watched was an indie film called Ginger Snaps, Blade 1, 2, and I watched the third one because it came out on my birthday. I've seen Saw 5 because I had to. I was forced to. Bye, Enrique. Bye, Aaliyah. I was forced.
Bye, Aaliyah.
Bye, Tirza. They all went to bed. I was forced to watch those, so I'm they don't count. And what else? I watched Interview with a Vampire and I've watched Queen of the Damned. Anything else? No, especially and I watched Jennifer's Body. I have seen that. And that movie did have a demon in it. But quite frankly, it was stupid and she was stupid. So I wasn't really upset about that. But other than that, I don't really do horror movies. I don't like being afraid. I don't understand the appeal of it. And then like people like the gore of slashing open people and shit, and I don't like that.
I don't like it in like movies and stuff, but I'll watch like Snapped and stuff, and they'll like tell you all the horrific details. I don't know, I'm weird like that.
Oh, Leah's still here. Cool. She was like, "I'm still here. I didn't go anywhere." When it comes to real stories, like when you're talking about true crime, I'll sit up and watch true crime shit all night. Dry knows that. Yeah. I'll be in here watching fucking Snapped and what was it?
Like
Neighbors from Hell. I think I watched Snapped. I watched everything that come on the ID network, everything that come on Oxygen. I watch it, and Gerard gets so irritated because
he's like, "Why you?"
I be here watching. They be telling you all different ways people's husbands be getting killed. He be like, "Is you trying to kill me?" Like, no, I'm not gonna get nobody. You ain't got no damn insurance, so I'm not gonna get paid for the work. So I'm not gonna do it.
My favorite was America's Once Wanted when they would like do like the gangsters and stuff. I'm like, I don't know how.
Oh yeah, American Gangster. I liked American Gangster.
I remember that one where they were so like super successful with like robbing banks or whatever, and like his rules are like, don't get drunk, don't get high right before you're gonna do like a job. And the reason why they got caught because they broke their own damn rules and they got drunk and high off cocaine out of all drugs.
I'm not surprised.
And then they went in there and I'm like, you were doing so well.
I really, really like Gangland. Like there was a TV show that used to come on Spike called Gangland. And it would tell you about all the gangs. Like I learned about the Crips and the Bloods on there, the Triads, the Mob. There was all types of various gangs. They had the MS-13 has been on there. They talked about Hell's Angels. They talked about a bunch of the Irish Mob. They talked about a bunch of different gangs on Gangland, and they really broke it down. They had ex-gang members there. They would block out the ex-gang members because they was marked. They were greenlit. And it was crazy because some of them would be in prison, and you would be watching it, and it's like this nigga could be dead after this is over with. Like you deal with the severity of it and the way that they would operate. All of them had the same guys and the same way to operate. It was crazy, but I like learning about it because you get to understand the dichotomy of how it works. And I didn't know that most motorcycle gangs were led up by ex-military or ex-marine or ex-army soldiers. Most of them were ex-military at some point and used the military guidelines to structure the motorcycle gang guidelines, but they took it to the criminal side, which is insane, but that's what they did. That's how their hierarchy works. That's why everybody is so enamored with the patches, because it comes from people gaining their bars and their accolades in the military. When you're in the military, you start off as a private. If you're in the Navy, you're a seaman, I think it is. If you are in the Air Force, what is it? In the Air Force, you're an airman, right? In the Air Force, you're an airman. I'm not quite sure what they call you in the Marines, but you're just in the Marines. Even when you start off in the Army, you're a private first class. So, well, you start off as a private, and then you can become private first class, and then it goes up from there. It takes a minute to become a sergeant in any branch, not in the Air Force though. Like you, you Air Force have a pretty fast advance, but it was very interesting to me. So I would sit and watch it, and I love watching those shows because you learn about people. And I used to watch what was another one? Oh, I used to watch a show called Most Evil. And on Most Evil, they would tell you about all the serial killers and where they rank on the most evil scale. And I remember Charles Manson ranked very high, as did Ted Bundy for his viciousness and the targeting of women. But they ranked John Wayne Gacy very, very high because he targeted young boys and he killed a lot of young boys. They still have unidentified body parts from young boys that was buried in John Wayne Gacy's basement.
They'll never bury anything close to me. You know, personally, if I was like a serial killer or something, I'm burning everything.
Child. You probably came in contact with a lot of serial killers and don't know it. Anybody who's killed more than one person is technically a serial killer.
That is true.
So
you probably have. I'm glad
most policemen are serial killers. a police officer.
Hello?
Yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Where did Tiff go? Did her mic like mute itself or something? Weird. But anyways, I think they should update the definition on a serial killer. Because I feel like the one that they got now is too general. Like, you killed 2 people and technically, you know, it's serial killer. Hey, can we get to like... Well, we shouldn't get to like 3 or 4 because you want to catch them before they do so, but... Yeah. Where did she go? Is she gonna come? Oh, there she go.
I get kicked out of my own park on my own fucking stream.
I don't know.
That's some bullshit. It's my stream. It's my stream, YouTube. It's mine. They kicked me out, Jared.
Oh, somebody said something about doing acid. Oh, not doing acid, but dissolving the body in acid. That's a really good method of disposal.
We ain't gonna talk about that because they ain't gonna come after me trying to kill me. Talking about Tiffany got bodies in her house. No, sir. I did not saw that on Snap. The lady on Snap did it. I did not do that. I ain't got damn body in my house. No, sir. Okay.
For me, I would either burn them or do like that one dude did in some show I watched where he would like take the body and like chop it up and then like put a bunch of acid in a tub and like dissolve it.
That is gruesome as hell. I'm finna go to bed. Ain't nobody finna chop no bodies up. What the hell?
That sounds like some Pretty Little Liars stuff.
You know, a dead body I would assume is very heavy.
I am not chopping up shit. I barely chop up chicken. I'm not chopping up no damn dead body. The fuck? Absolutely not. I'm finna go to bed for songstress have us all arrested. Yeah, you did. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.